Hey peeps, how's it going? And today we got the first ever Piston Center Court on my channel. We tried this, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. Did not work out, but I got my computer back, and we got some good stuff to talk about with you guys today. First and foremost, let's introduce everybody. Troxel, this is what you do best. So why don't you give your thunderous shout outs out of the way?
What up, though? Go ahead and subscribe to what do you call it? To 313 JMO, to Carl Alexander. Obviously, if you're here and you haven't subscribed to Detroit Drew, what are you guys doing? There's great content on all of our channels and also on 313 JMOs.
Uh,
What's up, y'all? It's 313 J-Mo here. We ready to get this Pistons talk going.
What up, though?
CA3, last but not least. We also have one more member joining us, but he is running a little bit behind. So
Yeah.
he will be here very shortly. I'm not sure how long that's going to be. But nonetheless, for Michigan fans, or I guess just NCAA fans out there in general, uh, they went ahead and made a move and hired Juwan Howard as their new head coach. Now, we don't know the details outside of it's a 5-year deal, but I'm sure he's getting paid pretty heavily. 313 JMO, let's start with you. What are your feelings towards this guy?
Well, first of all, John Beeline, if something happened to him, I wouldn't care. That's how mad I am. But I'm going to wish all positivity on everyone. The only thing I'm going to say is I hope your career in Cleveland is a horrible. Now, on to Juwan Howard. I really didn't know what kind of coaching candidates we was going to bring in. Like, I didn't even, I know I wanted to coach from Florida, but he didn't want to leave. So to get a guy that's been, an assistant in the NBA, for 6 years, he won a championship with the Heat. When LeBron James and Dwayne Wade found out that he was going to be Michigan's coach, they, all full support of it. But I don't really know anything about his coaching style because he hasn't had the opportunity. So now you're going to get one. And you got some big shoes to fill because John Beeline took this program back to the top, 2 national championships. One national championship, we were supposed to be the champion, but they took it away from us. Y'all know how that go. So technically, we've already won a championship, and we was in the national championship. We were just in the Sweet 16. You come in here. The main thing, first of all, you need to start recruiting from players from Detroit because there's no Detroit players, and that's why when we get to the tournament, we got Jonathan Simpson airballing shots because can't nobody hoop. So you get you some Detroit boys that know how to hoop. Juwan Howard, and I'm just hoping that he's a good coach because I mean Michigan is some big shoes to fill. Like if this was the football program, it'd be different, but we are a staple in college basketball.
I said this as I'm joking on Twitter. I didn't wasn't being very serious. I'm not sure how many people seen it or whatever, but I said as a joke they should have hired C Webb so that way March Madness comes around, it's a big game, playing Duke, whatever. No timeouts, calls a timeout, and they get eliminated from March Madness. But it was just a joke. What about you, Carl? How are you feeling about the move?
Even though I'm not a Michigan fan, I
Right.
think it's a decent move. You guys got somebody with some NBA experience. You have an NBA, a guy who played in the NBA. Who played for Michigan. The best move. One of the best, some of the best moves you could probably made in that situation. You know, I mean, it's gonna be hard. For him to fill the shoes of John Beeline because I will admit, man, he's got y'all up there, man, as a good basketball program. But just like JMO said, he hasn't been able to recruit any Detroit guys because you got people from Lima, Ohio shooting air balls. But it's okay, man. I think it's a good hiring. With my unbiased view on it.
Troxel?
Man, I think this is a great hire. One thing that I have like one knock, even though I'm a diehard Go Blue fan all day, is how they don't recognize the Fab Five. After all these years, and I think this move right here can finally bury the hatchet of everything that's went on with the Fab Five. You know, when I heard on the Drew Eisen show or the Rich Eisen show, him, C-Web pounding on the table saying they need to go hire this man, it says a lot. You know, and I think this is going to be a great hire. And just like everybody's, like CA3 and JMO said, you know, I hope that, you know, we can go out in our own backyard and finally recruit guys. And here's a little fun tidbit. We are the first college to host both football and in basketball alums as our head coach.
So do you think he's going to do a better job recruiting?
I guess, right now, only time could tell. I do think that a lot of people will try to come here now, though, because he was an NBA assistant coach. So he has like that knowledge of, okay, what is it going to take to get to the pros? You know, so I don't know. I hope he does.
And, you know, no offense to John Beeline, but John Beeline knocking on your door from Michigan, you like, all right. Tom Izzo come knock on your door. He like, hey, what's good, bro? And then you like, oh yeah, I'm going there.
Yeah.
But Juwan Howard knock on your door, like, Fab Five, man, this is what we do.
Yep.
So, especially for the kids in Detroit, I definitely think Juwan Howard, obviously we don't know how good he is at it, recruiting, but just going by his current pedigree, I definitely think he'll be able to recruit some guys from the city.
Well, if LeBron's just retweeting his tweets, I'm sure people will look up to him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people look up to a lot of people in the Fab Five.
All right, guys. I will be right back. Trox, you want to go for me right quick?
All right, I got you. Okay. He had to leave real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is y'all expectations for Juwan Howard in his first season?
Who's going first?
Either one of y'all. I mean,
okay, I can go.
All right.
I think that he needs to go back to the Sweet 16. Right now, that's the bar that's set. You know, that's where the team was at last year. I know there's a lot of turnover in basketball as well, but especially with the whole one and dones and things like that. But the expectation is at least make it to the Sweet 16 and then build off of that.
So you don't care where we're seated at because we won 30 games. I mean, like 31-4 or something around that area.
Yeah, it was, I think 31-4.
Like we won't be like the number one seed.
No, I think we're number 2 because of the last little stretch.
You're number 3. You're number 2.
Number 1.
You're number 2. You're number 2, bro. You're the last number 2 seed in the thing.
Oh, what's good, Micro Mike? What's up, Marvin Tolbert?
You want to get my opinion?
All right, Carl. I mean, obviously you're a biased Michigan State fan.
No, I'm not biased, bro. This is my unbiased.
You hope we fail.
This is my unbiased. No, this is my unbiased opinion, bro. This is my unbiased opinion, bro.
Okay.
What do you expect? I just expect you guys to make the tournament. Look, man, I don't expect much, and the reason why I don't expect much is because you guys lost some of your guys' best players, man, this year. You guys lost Charles Matthews, Ras Dankis. Y'all lost Jordan Poole. Y'all lost a lot of people, man. It's gonna be hard.
My favorite players.
It's gonna be hard.
Except Charles Matthews, he a bum.
It's gonna be hard to make it to the to the Sweet 16, like Travis said. I'm just saying it's my unbiased opinion.
Okay, I will say first of all, you need to win at least 25 games. I know that's hard, but you definitely got to make the tournament. There is no missing. You miss the tournament, I'm gonna call for your head the first year. I don't care. The bar has been set that high. Like, I would at least say make it out the first round. That's all I care about because even though John Beeline did such great things with this program, we have to let him ease into his own thing. And like Carl was saying, we lost some of our best players. We don't really have a bench. The whole team, the system is going to have to be rebuilt. I'm hoping Juwan Howard lets the assistant coaches and the guys some of the coaching staff stay, because I don't know how that works in college, if you can just fire the coaching staff or if they got their job stable. But unless you know, Trav.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that he just make it past the first round in the tournament, man. That's all I can ask for at this point. And I swear I hate John Beeline because this is what I have to ask for now. Oh, I can't stand this dude. But like now we gotta ask just to make it out the first round of the freaking tournament. We were just in a national championship twice in the last 6 years, bro. Like, come on. But for Juwan Howard, I definitely expect him to make it to the tournament, make it past the first round of the tournament. It'd be nice if you won the Big Ten. That would be nice. But I guess that's all we could expect, And he has to you got to recruit some guys from the city, man. You got to.
I mean,
I don't know why Michigan doesn't do that, but you got to recruit some guys from the city.
I mean, as far as like his first year, I mean, I totally agree. But this is a guy that came from, winning. Like, all he knows is winning. So, like, after year one, I'm expecting him to contend for a national title.
Nah, but that's too much, bro.
Yeah, I want to say that's a lot.
Y'all gotta look at y'all players on the team, bro.
Yeah, but dude, look at the guys that look at the coaches that Juwan Howard has been around. The legendary Pat Riley. That's right off rip.
But he ain't Pat Riley.
But he gave the knowledge. Like he can take notes.
There's.
I mean, he's won championships as a player and as a
Everywhere he's went. Even in high school, he's won championships.
Yeah. The thing you gotta understand. This is just my opinion, man. There's a lot of other teams that are way more sad than Michigan, and that's just unbiased. It's just a fact.
You say it's way more what?
There's way more teams this year that are more stacked than Michigan, bro. It's just the truth, bro. This like Memphis is stacked this year, bro. There's too many good teams, bro. It's gonna be hard to make it to the national championship again. It's gonna be hard.
I mean, the first year I can agree, but like after the first year, no, I'm expecting big things because now you got your feet wet. You know what's expected. You know the type of players you got. And now you can make them adjustments.
Trav, I would agree with you, but we didn't have those same standards for Beeline. We didn't have him. Beeline every year we expected him to get to the Sweet 16. We didn't expect him to go to the national championship.
Hey, with Beeline, I expected titles.
I mean, they stole a title from us, so I'm never gonna forget that. But
right,
a vacant title. Stop it, bro. That's our title.
Right.
Okay. We got our boy Nomus J in the building. All right, no.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. All right,
no. We talking about Juwan Howard, his expectations.
Mr.
What do you think he's gonna do? And what his first year, what do you expect from him?
Believe it or not, I'm actually in between you and Trav on this. Like for his first year, I still expect them to do well, but at the same time, I don't expect them to go to like a national championship in the next couple of years. I'd say after year 3 or year 3 or after, because at the end of the day, he has to put what he wants to put for his team now. It's no longer going to be John Beeline's team. It's going to be his. So he has to structure the team based on what he has, what he's going to get, and find out what type of system he's going to employ for them. You know what I'm saying? Where he takes attributes from when he was back in the day with Fab Five, or, find something something totally new. So I think it's only a matter of time of him maybe making the playoffs. I don't expect them to go near the national championship though.
They better make the tournament though. Like
they might make the. I believe he'll have them make the tournament. I believe they will.
And you gotta not lose in the first round too. Unless you're going against a 1 seed, then I'm not gonna blame.
But for some strange reason, I can see that somewhat happening his first year though.
Fred Jackson says, one thing I will say, I bet you Juwan Howard is a better recruiter than John Beeline. Like I said, man, John Beeline, old, school teacher self knock on your door. You're going to be like, yeah. But Tom Izzo, he has that cool stigma. He knock on your door. You might listen. But Juwan Howard come knock on your door. Fab 5 championships with LeBron. You going there.
Not only that, J-Mo, you have to understand, he knows how to relate with a lot of the young youth. So to me, he would know how to get them to come to get them to understand what they have to do, both for not just the basketball standpoint, but also the educational part. He would know how to relate to them.
Right. 4GA722. Shout out to you, man. He says draft talk, please. Juwan Howard gonna be average. We'll get into the draft later, but that him being average is yet remain to be seen. Make sure you guys put some likes on that video so we can get it out to everybody. The Gridiron Blitz is in the building. Was good.
Gridiron.
What up, GB?
So what do you expect from him first season, whether it's wins or what do you expect, Nomis?
I say, it's so hard because we don't know how they go do. But I say they'll make it to the tournament, and I say they may get past the first round. But after that, I doubt.
No, I didn't say what you say. I said, what do you expect?
What I expect? I expect him actually as the new coach for the team. I actually expect him to find some more guys who can actually defend. And I actually expect him to get some better shooters. I expect him to find those type of players, man, because I feel like Michigan always need a little extra help shooting.
And definitely Xavier Simpson. And one thing, obviously, we Detroit, man. I've been in Detroit hooping all my life. Detroit has ballers. Like, I can't stand Cassius Winston. I hate him, but that dude's a baller from the city. Mm-hmm. So and it's a few other guys like it's a guy in high school right now named that plays with LaMelo named Isaiah something. I can't remember his last name.
Ross from Detroit too. He a baller.
Yeah, Isaiah is 6'9". This dude is amazing, bro. He's from the city, so we have to like he's in high school. He's about to come out. We need to be on the phone with him. But
what about Rocket Watts, bro? You ain't gonna talk about him. I see.
Rocket Watts. He going to Michigan State, bro. That's why y'all ain't never gonna win, bro.
General G. Berry. I'm not gonna lie.
General G. Berry was good. Fred Jackson says, I don't know. Juwan Howard was interviewed by NBA teams. He could have waited to be an NBA coach. I think he's going to be a good coach. Rose Diddy, no relation, says we need some defense and ISO players. Exactly. Yeah. And man, Juwan Howard. He definitely had some NBA jobs on the table, but who wouldn't want to go to your alma mater after a coach like that leaves and try to build something? Right. You back, Drew?
No, he's not.
Oh, I thought he was.
Now, I will say this, though. Look at the type of player Juwan Howard was, and I expect like them are the type of players I think he's going to try to go for. It's like guys like that has good grit, has good work ethic, and things like that. So like, I don't know, man. I feel like we're gonna be a different type of Michigan team now.
I mean, that's only
as long as we're winning. Isaiah Jackson, thank you, Devin99. That's his name. Isaiah Jackson from Spire that played with LaMelo. That dude is a beast. He's from the city. We need to recruit him because I think he's coming out.
I say he should build a talented team though, man, because like you know where you come from. You know what I'm saying? So you should know what type of guys you should want. That's just the way to get it. You should know who you want.
Fred Jackson says, y'all saying what Penny Hardaway doing that Memphis has already got the number one recruiting class. Exactly. Carl was just talking about how Memphis is going to be stacked next year. That's the one area Michigan coaches, I won't say they're failing because John Beilein he's a groomer, man. He can turn you into a great player. We don't know what Mo Wagner would have been if he wasn't with John Beilein. We don't know what Brad Dacus would have been or DJ Wilson would have been. So yeah. Rose Diddy, no relation. We are about to talk about that soon about Andre and the things going on in these streets. Yeah. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, I mean, to me, really, how the whole Memphis thing started. It was really because Penny Hardaway was coaching high school, and the top recruit in the class happened to be a guy that he coached in high school, and he decided to go there. So it kind of just started the whole recruit thing. Everybody started wanting to go there and stuff.
Hey man, if I was from Memphis, why wouldn't I want to play for Penny Hardaway? I understand. I understand. Marvin Tober says, good move to go to college over to the NBA. You can groom players as a coach. Exactly. That's what I was just talking about. Beeline has been doing. All right. Make sure y'all put some more likes on the video. Y'all ready to move on?
Yeah, we can go move on.
All right, Trav, take it away.
Well, let's talk about that Andre Drummond hinting that he wants a trade. There was a report or tweet or whatever on Instagram of one of his followers said you should get out of Detroit, and he put the hands in the air, kind of like a praise the Lord, like please type of deal. Yeah, that kind of struck a nerve. I almost want to rant about him.
Okay, well, I know out of all of us, Nomis really liked Drummond. And this is hilarious, guys. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit backstory. So, me, Trav, and Carl and Drew, we're in our hangouts, we're in our chat.
Yeah, Trav, bro. We never forget about that, bro. We ain't forget about that. Bro.
Hey, bring it.
Hey, no, I gotta let the people know what's going on.
We ain't forget about that,
yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah.
So we were talking, having types of basketball debates, and Mr. Travis Trossel thought Andre Drummond was snubbed from the All-Star game. Now, if you think that, I'm fine with that, but I just my point was,
what do you call all defensive?
He said all defensive team. That's what he said.
But I just looked at the all defensive team. I didn't see him.
White. Who are you? What's going on, brother?
Yeah, he got snubbed for Gobert and for Embiid.
No,
Embiid is a bum.
First of all, Gobert should have got over Andre.
Gobert might win Defensive Player of the Year again, bro. Like that's
exactly,
not,
bro.
No,
right. No, I'm not. Yeah, the first team definitely he deserves first team. It's the second team is where I said he got what do you call it, messed up over.
All right, but let me get back to the story. So we brought up Nikola Vucevic, and I explained to Trav, and he heavily disagreed, but Vucevic really did have a better season than Drummond. He had 20, 12, 4 assists, led his team to a 7 seed, helped his team win one game against the Raptors. Y'all know how Andre Drummond went in the playoffs. Regardless of that, I don't think he's been snubbed for anything. I think he needs to work harder on his post moves and post game, and that got into a whole another conversation, and I'm not going to expose Trav like that. But
no, that's not doing like that.
Yeah, but guys, let's talk about it. All right, Nomis. Andre Drummond, he it seems like he's hinting that he wants to be out of Detroit. What do you think about this? And would you get rid of him for a nice little package? Like some Bradley Bills and a Thomas Bryant or something. But all right.
To answer the first question, let's not act like Andre didn't do this before. When whole scenario, y'all remember that scenario with Boston, and he was on Twitter like he followed them or something like that, and everybody went crazy like, oh, he wants out of Detroit, he want to go to Boston. That was under the Stan Van Gundy era, and I don't blame no player that wanted to trade from that era. So my thing is, I think he doesn't want to go. I think he was just trolling the guy due to fact everybody always talking smack to him, and I don't think he wants to separate from Blake Griffin personally. But you have to take that note. And no, I'm not taking Bradley Beal for Andre Drummond. There's nothing right now, unless he just completely flops off for the next year or so. There's nothing that can really now tempt me to say, okay, we got to trade Andre for Bradley Beal. Because quiet as it kept, I don't remember hearing Bradley Beal named after the All-Star break. And then as far as what you said involving the whole playoff thing, well, this was before the All-Star. You make the All-Star usually before the playoffs come. So at the end of the day, yeah, Vucevic had a nice little season he put up, but he didn't. But when it comes down to it, who did better when they faced each other? Andre dominated the game they last played against one another. Andre dominated that game.
Hashtag facts.
Not to mention,
but
in the playoff game,
still led his team to a 7 seed.
A point guard score over 30 points against the Raptors? Hello?
Yeah.
I mean,
y'all can still hear me?
I mean, Vucevic didn't. Yeah, Vucevic actually didn't have that good of a game that game. I'm not gonna lie, but he still led his team to a 7th seed, and that team was trash. And half that team, I didn't even know who it was on the bench. I didn't know who the players was on that bench. And if you watching that game, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and Vucevic, man, he fits better in today's NBA, man. Like he can shoot 51% from the field. He can shoot free throws. He can play defense. Like I said, he didn't like Drummond didn't have a better season than he did. That's all. What I was gonna say is let me read some of the comments. Marvin Tober thinks he's trolling. Look, man. I think Drummond don't want to be here. I've always thought that because it's the way Detroit treat him, man. We're very hard on players who can't shoot. And we've took him through the ringer. He had that horrible playoff, so I'm pretty sure it was plenty of people, not me, because I could care less, but going at him for his playoff performance. I'm not just gonna overlook it like it's nothing. And if you giving me Thomas Bryant and Bradley Beal for Andre Drummond, I'm doing that. I'm doing that quicker than the flash, bro. Like, are you kidding me? For one, when Blake Griffin got hurt, if we didn't have Andre Drummond and we had Bradley Beal, we would have been a 6 seed. That's all I'm gonna say. He's better than Andre Drummond. It's just simple. And if you can get Thomas Bryant, a nice young star center, that would have been great. But all right, Travis, what you think about this, man?
I will say this. Shout out to Rose Diddy, no relations. But I will say this. I mean, you can't say that we didn't give or we were hard on people that can't shoot because Ben Wallace, you do not want him to shoot the basketball. His job was a rebound, put back and play defense.
No, you can't.
Andre Drummond was a lottery pick.
Okay, that
you can't
true,
like.
but
real,
I
man,
mean,
you cannot compare Ben Wallace to this.
Okay, but
And
even
Ben
when he
Wallace
was a 4-time
starter.
defensive player of the year, even when he was an all-star all them years, like you still didn't expect him to score more than 10 points a game.
Yeah, because that's what he
and
was.
anytime
Andre Drummond's supposed to be a star.
Yeah,
he's a lottery pick.
Yeah,
his
but
expectations are higher.
Okay,
and Ben Wallace can still shoot better than Drummond, and that's fucking pitiful.
Okay, how does this sound? He beat Ben Wallace in all-time Pistons rebound. He is now third in the rebounds. He's only behind Bob Lanier and Bill Laimbeer. In the Bill Laimbeer is number 1, Bob Lanier is number 2, and then it goes Andre Drummond, and then Ben Wallace, and then the worm Dennis Rodman. That's the top 5 right there in all-time rebounding. Okay, so he is still a superstar. He gets the rebound.
He's not no superstar, bro. Stop.
Stop, bro. Stop, please.
He's
Okay,
not
but listen.
No, bro.
He's an all-star though.
He's an all-star. He ain't no superstar. You tripping?
Which is fine. Which is just fine. I don't know why everybody.
Right, being an all-star is just fine, but come on, bro. I'm gonna expose you in a minute, bro. You better not make me do this, trash. He is not no superstar.
I mean, in my eyes, I think he is a superstar, but
bro, explain.
I will explain because, okay, what I look for in a superstar, okay, if you're not good at shooting, don't shoot. If you're good at rebounding and defense, put your every bit of energy into it. Yes, does he need to grow on being consistent? Absolutely. Otherwise, this is why you get snubbed. But when he's motivated, there ain't a center that could stop him.
That's fine.
And if you don't believe me, go look at when he got snubbed from the All-Star game, and he had them stretches of 20 games in a row. Like, ain't nobody could stop him when he's motivated.
Only thing
okay, man. Rose, I'm gonna read some comments now because I can't deal with Trav right now. My man called him a superstar. Like, oh my goodness, because Rose didn't know relation. Apparently, he agrees with Trav. Make sure y'all put some more likes on the video, y'all. But Rose Diddy, no relation, says he's not a superstar because of the market he's in. He would be a superstar on any team but Detroit. All right, look, let me tell you this, bro. If you're a superstar, you can lead your team to the playoffs. So before Blake got here, we made one playoff run because Reggie Jackson had the best season of his career, and we had a few guys. But come on, man, he's far from a superstar. He's nowhere close. If he's a superstar, when Blake Griffin got hurt, we wouldn't be losing to the Cavs and the Hornets. Okay. Come on, bro.
Marvin Tolbert,
You
I
can't
didn't say
even
he was
shoot,
on,
bro.
on
You don't have a
Giannis level, though.
Hold on. You mean the same Cavs team that turned around and beat the Bucks?
Yes. The Bucks can, you know why the Bucks can lose to the Cavs? Because they won 62 games.
Called great on that team, right? Everybody you just called great on that team.
The Bucks can lose to the Cavs. They won 62 games. When you're trying to get a playoff spot, you can't lose to the Cavs.
Versus the whole stat team, though. One player versus the whole stat team.
Bro, this nigga telling me he a superstar and you lost to the Cavs.
I didn't say he was a superstar.
Okay, then so stop trying to defend the guy. We talking. Like I'm saying, bro, like if you trying to make a playoff spot, you don't lose to the Cavs, bro. We was in the playoff race trying to fight for a spot. I could care less about Milwaukee losing when they done won 59 games.
Where was the help from the shooters then? Nowhere.
But Travis told me he's a superstar.
Well, that's Travis' opinion. Just like it's your opinion that you think this man's just the worst player ever.
I don't think he's the worst player ever. I just think he's not a superstar. Nowhere close.
I think he's a superstar too, but that don't mean he ain't worth defending.
But if I'm telling you he's not a superstar because he couldn't beat the Cavs, why are you bringing up Milwaukee?
He's a superstar because he couldn't beat the Cavs. He's not a
because
superstar.
a superstar would have won that game.
Oh my God. He is a center. He is not a power forward, small forward, a shooting guard, or point guard. A center.
So if we didn't have him and instead had a healthy Joel Embiid, who is a superstar, would we have beat the Cavs?
Nope.
Bullshit. Hey. Stop it.
Hey, Joel Embiid is one.
A healthy Joel Embiid, bro. Come on, bro.
Joel Embiid is one injury away from costing his entire team a whole season.
Hey, he still lead them boys to the playoffs every year.
He led them to the playoffs, right?
Every year?
That's right. Every year?
Hey, every year, man. The last 2 years, where they been? And where we been?
Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris and all these other guys went on the team then, right?
Were they on the team last year, Nomis?
I could have sworn they still got JJ Redick and Ben Simmons. You've been hyping him up damn soon every time I look up.
I don't hype up Ben Simmons. I don't like Ben Simmons.
He doesn't hype up Ben Simmons at all.
So let's stop, bro. Like whenever somebody loses an argument, they always put out falsehood. Stop it, bro.
Okay.
Joel Embiid is definitely a superstar. He led his team, man. 7 games against the Raptors, bro.
Okay, now I got
tied with the Bucks right now.
All right.
Okay, now I gotta say, wait, Joel Embiid's out of the playoffs. How did he tie with the
Drummond
Bucks?
got swept.
Yeah, but Embiid's in the same boat as Drummond right now. They both at home watching.
But
Embiid is a better player.
Who's a better player? I'm going to still take Drummond because he has we caught.
But who made it past the first round though?
Okay,
y'all
you got
crazy with this Drummond stuff, bro. Y'all crazy.
Come on.
Who made it past the first round though?
Look who was healthy. Our best player was not even healthy. Blake Griffin wasn't
and
even
Drummond was
healthy.
playing like trash. He playing like hot garbage.
Oh my God.
And I want to. I
could have sworn that Drummond secured the last 2 games for us to get in the playoffs to make sure we at least.
No, his name is Luke Kennard.
Oh, Luke Kennard. You mean the same Luke Kennard that be in for a couple games that missed for like the whole week?
Yeah, the same Luke Kennard that was lighting up Milwaukee and started to get double teams.
Okay.
Yeah, the same Luke Kennard that dropped 27 on New York.
It was Reggie Jackson getting double teamed.
Reggie Jackson and Luke. They wasn't giving it to Dre.
Because Dre was trying to.
Reggie and Luke had 16 points and 18 points per game in that series.
That's what's up.
I mean, I will.
Come on, man. The chat going crazy, y'all. Wait. What is a superstar? His description, man. I was gonna say that before. Yeah, 4GA said Embiid 10 times better than Drummond. Before I got interrupted by the Drummond lovers, I was gonna say a superstar by himself can lead a team to the playoffs. Simple as that. And he has to have the numbers. It don't matter who's around him. A superstar can carry his team to the playoffs. You don't carry your team to the playoffs at least once every 2 to 3 years. You're not there. And Travis, come on, man. You know Drummond's not there. Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
Okay,
maybe 3 years from now he could be a superstar.
The
now, no.
What was that? No.
Who carried the 04 Pistons to the playoffs? I would like to know.
We didn't have a superstar on that team.
Who carried the 04 Pistons to the playoffs? We didn't have
the
a
team.
You
superstar,
had
right?
a bunch of good players.
Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, so how many good players do we got? Maybe 2, 3 versus that team back then? Thank you.
Why are you comparing
Oh,
Andre Drummond to the 04 Pistons that beat Kobe and
saying.
Shaq?
I'm not comparing him to it. I'm comparing the situation. If you
No, I said you got to take a superstar takes a team to the playoffs. I didn't say if you have a great ass basketball team you can't make the playoffs. Look at Indiana. What are you talking about?
I'm saying
Look at the Magic. They don't have a superstar.
Get the man some help. The Pistons in general will be in the playoffs every year.
And get
No
calls
one
like
ever
Joel
said Andre
Embiid,
didn't
and we
need
will
more
get-
assistance. But if you're gonna tell me he's a superstar, he should be taking us.
No, because way y'all, okay, then all right, let's leave it at that. Because sometimes the way y'all break this guy down, y'all act like he be the reason we don't make it. That's
Didn't
why-
nobody say like I said, y'all, before this conversation started, Nomas is the biggest Drummond fan in this group, and that's exactly how he's acting.
No, I'm not the biggest Drummond fan necessarily. I'm just more fair. I'm trying to be as fair as I can possibly be. That's all.
Man, you defended him
Like
in
I
every
said, he
turn,
played,
bro. Come
he
on,
played
bro.
disgusting in the playoffs to me, and I'm calling it out. But I don't beat him down because who else played disgusting? Like Langston Galloway. Why was he on the court so long? Blame the people who should be blamed.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So Drummond don't deserve no blame for the last 5
I
years.
ain't say he didn't deserve any blame. I said if I'm Andre Drummond and I see I got nothing but trash surrounding me, and I'm down 20 after we was just really being competitive. Tell you the truth, yeah, it's bad on my part, but part of me gonna be like, man, what the heck am I playing for?
Yeah.
Right, and that's that bitch made non-Detroit shit. Because I never want a player that's gonna give up just because you're getting your ass beat.
But not if he consistently every year it's the same thing. Nobody's there helping him out. And then you bring Blake in
But
here.
Drummond isn't always consistent.
What's the thing? When is he gonna
Drummond
find
is almost always consistent. When Blake Griffin went down, we won what, 1 game? Because
What
Luke
about
Kennard
Blake
dropping
and Draymond
27 on
Green?
New York.
Oh my god.
Rose Diddy Nation said he was tired. Dre had to do it all. Dre didn't have to do a whole lot. But that game 3 performance is inexcusable only because I would say you're at home. You got to play better.
Well, when you
And
have
I
a
agree with
shoulder
that.
hair, your
Shame
back
on him
hurts,
for
too.
it. And
You
I
got
agree
at home. You got to play better.
on him for it.
Hold
You
on,
know?
hold on. What was that, Detroit Drew?
I said when you have that much shoulder hair, your back's gonna hurt after a while.
DZ Map Zoom said until we get a legit point guard, our team will be average. Everyone knows that Reggie Jackson is not a point guard. He's a scorer, a 2-guard masquerading as a wannabe point guard. He's not a
Or
starter.
6-man type guy.
Fred Jackson said a superstar is what you see in Kawhi Leonard. Like, exactly.
And I don't
Or GA
disagree
agrees
with
with me. He says Luke Kennard took us to the playoffs. Of course. Marvin Tolber says he wants us to trade for Drew Holiday. That would be amazing. But all right, Detroit Drew, we was talking about Andre Drummond and his post. Did you put any stock in it? What do you think about it?
There's post moves.
No, he has not. We was talking about Instagram, what he posted on Instagram.
Oh, all right. Well, first of all, did you guys shout out Rose Diddy for that one or no?
No.
Yeah.
No, let's shout out Rose Diddy for that.
All
I
right.
didn't know who.
He
posted
said
that.
Reggie Jackson is a type 10 point guard in the league. Okay.
He showing me.
I'm not gonna even
I'm not
respond to
going
that.
there. I ain't gonna go there.
I'm not gonna even respond to that. Go ahead, Drew.
Shout out to Rose Diddy before that comment. I think he just lost all credibility with that one. But nonetheless, though, if that comment is true, he got to go. We don't got time for that. We're trying to build something great here, and it's going to take a longer time if Dre wants out. But if he wants out, get him out of here. We don't got.
Well,
time.
do you believe it's true?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I tried doing some research on his Instagram. I think he deleted it if it was true. I mean, I wouldn't disbelieve it. I mean, the way everyone bashed him for his bad performances, you know, he never looks like he's into the game out there. So I don't know. I'd say it's 60% true. Like, I think that's something he has in the back of his mind, but he's not really an expressive person. So if that is how he feels, I don't know if he knows how to express it. But if he wants out, all he's got to do is ask, and he can be gone.
And you know the way I feel, we're gonna get to you, Carl, is I'm not gonna be mad at Drummond because, like, even if it's because of his own basketball skill, we've destroyed Andre Drummond. Not me, because like I said, I don't at people. I have way too much to do in my life to be adding people saying they suck. But his whole career has been nothing but you suck, you trash, you garbage. When he play well, all right, play well. And then whenever our expectations get high for Drummond, he doesn't deliver. So, especially after that playoffs, if he wanted to leave because of the way he feels he's being treated, I'm not going to necessarily blame him for that. I would say you need to get better, but I understand it because Pistons Nation has not been kind to Andre Drummond and his struggles. We weren't kind to Stanley Johnson and his struggles. So that's just how we are. Okay, Mr. CA3 Sports Talk, what do you think?
If he actually wrote that, get him out of here, man. I don't, you don't want to be here. You don't need to be here. That's how I view it, and I kind of believe it. I kind of believe that he put that, just like you said, we kind of did destroy him, man. I mean, because he had those free throw rolls, and he had this bad playoff performance. So I kind of believe that. In my opinion, he's a little soft, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does that.
All right. So to expound upon that, what could we get for Drummond if we do trade him?
Like I said, Bradley Beal and Thomas Bryant. Hopefully we can get Bradley Beal. I'm only trading Drummond for, I'll say, 2 to 3 things. Bradley Beal and Thomas Bryant. The Lakers' young core, I would trade them for Drummond in a second. If Boston wants to trade their players, I'll take any of those guys. Especially like Rozier, and Brown. Maybe give us Aaron Baines in a first-round draft pick and take Reggie Jackson to release some of our cap room. Obviously, I don't know the situation. I'm not a trade guru. But other than that, I don't know what the trade market is for Andre Drummond right now. But I know if he played with LeBron James, he'd be as close as a superstar as he ever gonna get, Travis.
Man, you guys gotta understand. He is third in the all-time rebounding, and he still ain't even touched his prime yet. He's about to beat Bill Laimbeer for the all-time rebounds, and he still ain't even hit his prime. In 2 years, he will break Bill Laimbeer's record.
Yeah, but you gotta realize this is 2019, man.
Okay, this is 2019.
You got to be able to shoot the basket. Rebounding doesn't have the same value as it
And what do you think he's been doing the past 2 years? He's been working on his low post game, and he's been working on shooting threes. He's actually improved the last 2 years.
We got Giannis out here shooting threes.
Threes, though, man, that is so boring.
What?
I don't want to see no center shoot a 3 all day. I don't want to see that garbage. I want a center to be a center.
See, the thing about it though is,
I want both.
If you get someone like Shaq size, which Shaq was one of a kind, like we haven't seen anything close to Shaq. If someone like Shaq came in the league today, he would feed and dominate. I mean, you'd be talking about that player. If you put Shaq in the league today in his prime, the later stays in Orlando and the early days in the Lakers before he got fat, he would be the best player in the league.
Yeah.
Well, off of what you said, Drew, we do have a Shaq. We have a Shaq and LeBron hybrid. His name is Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's why Shaq gave him his Superman nickname. We do have a Shaq. His name is Giannis.
He's slowly becoming the best player in the league.
Right. He looks like the best player in the NBA right now. Like, of course, Kawhi and KD and Steph got something to say about that. But that's what he looked like. He in the Eastern Conference Finals right now. So you're right.
But the thing about it, though, is, no matter how good of a shooter you are, Curry, Durant, Klay Thompson, you're bound to have cold days. You're not going to hit much. It happens to the best of us. But someone that big like Giannis, he might not have a tremendous game, but he's able to get down low and get easy buckets. I'll take 3 2s over 1 3 any day of the week.
Thank you.
Of course, one thing about Golden State that people don't realize is Golden State, they're top 5 in the league in 2-point shots.
Yeah,
Golden State doesn't shoot a lot of threes. That's a myth. They're just the best at shooting threes.
Golden State plays basketball the right way, regardless how many names.
Man, I can't stand that team, but they basketball it's very nice to watch.
Yep.
This is what about Golden State that I do like is the aspect of how they know how to play different type of defenses. They're good at prepping for the guys they go have to play against. I do like that aspect about them. Like that.
Okay, I'm gonna read some comments, y'all. Only shooting bigs have success with LeBron. Tristan Thompson had a lot of success with LeBron, and Tristan Thompson couldn't hold Andre Drummond draws. If you put Drummond with LeBron James, you see how that Lonzo had JaVale McGee looking nice, but come on, man.
Tristan can't always
Jay
George.
Rue agrees with Trav. I think rebounds have a lot of value. I think they do, but not as much as they used to. Aquatic
Yeah,
Kingdom
until you start-
says, "What'd you say?"
Wait, what?
I said till you start Zaza.
Aquatic Kingdom says, he says Andre Drummond need to be his big butt in the paint, rebounding, blocking shots, and scoring with his back to the basket. Yeah, he got to work. He got to work on his post game
Yeah, no
a lot.
bro.
I'm gonna read one more comment before we continue. The problem with Drummond, he needs to play like a real big man. Every time you play Joel Embiid, he gets in his head. Andre Drummond must have a father in his life to be okay. One way says Pistons use a 50 pick for Bol Bol if he's there. I'm very big on Bol Bol, a huge fan, but his injury issues concern me. All right, guys.
Bo.
Hold on. Did you just say that in today's NBA, rebounds don't really hold that much weight?
Uh-oh.
They don't hold as much weight.
Okay, how about when a team misses and you fail to get the rebound and they get the and then the other team got that rebound, dishes it out for three and drains a three in your face? That rebound didn't matter or hold no weight?
Only thing I say, and
Dude, listen, Travis, it doesn't hold as much weight as it did in the 90s. And that's just facts.
Rebounds is a
The
part
Golden
of
State
basketball.
has not been a top rebounding team through their championship run. They
but
haven't.
they still get the rebound.
But they're not number
They still
one.
get
That's
the-
my point. They're not number one. They're not even top 5. It doesn't mean as much as it used to because of the 3-point shot.
I mean, yeah. I mean, when you're trading twos for threes, I mean, I could see
man,
that.
come on, man. You tripping, dog.
No,
What was you about to say? No,
Oh, I was just gonna say, and rebounding to me does still have amount of weight to it because if you go back, and this is just a quick little note, and nothing I'm trying to make serious out of it. But the last time we had Reggie Bullock here, Reggie Bullock shot 10 threes and went 50%. And I think Dre was the one who bailed him out for those other half.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm gonna say. I ain't trying to make no crazy notes about it. If you ain't got the consistency of shooting like we do, because you got Langston Galloway out here just shooting like that fat dude on Twitter.
What's his name? I forgot what his name was.
Shout out to the man shooting threes on Twitter.
You go need Andre Drummond. That's how I'm gonna put it. If you can shoot the ball crazy, then go ahead and do it. But if you one of our teams that got Reggie Jackson, the fat dude off Twitter, and the dang Luke Kennard, we don't know when he might show up, and you got and Blake is hurt, you gonna need, because you got Thon Maker in there shooting bricks, so you gonna need somebody to rebound. Best believe it. So I think it depends on which scheme the team is running on.
Okay, but do you think rebounding has the same value as 2019 as it did in 1990?
I say it does even more in general, not just on rebounding, because the fact of the matter, this league is so infested on shooters. You need to make sure you have a good rebounder there. That's why you think DeAndre Jordan.
So my question is,
limit the possessions or
if
get
that's the
extra
case,
possessions.
how come Golden State and Houston are not good rebounding basketball teams?
Because they know when do Golden State may lose games, of course, but how many shooters do they got? Why you think?
I'm just saying, man. If it matters more in this era, I would like the team that's been winning championships to be one of the best rebounders.
On where they didn't need too much rebound because of the way they developed their talent. And at the end of the day, and this is another thing I wanted to add about how Golden State is the way they are, is because the way they developed. This is not some team that they just randomly put together. These are guys they developed on out the draft, and from players they found in the rotation. They came up with a scheme, how to play defense, and how they can have the team score. Like for example, when they got KD, they got KD for a reason. They got him because they figured the defense that Cleveland had posed up on them was too much, and they needed more strength that can work in the paint on both sides of the ball. That's why they got him, and that's why they was the one that was ended up with DeMarcus Cousins, because they thought he could help stay in the paint a little bit more for him when he did get healthy. That's why, as an insurance policy, see, they still know the weaknesses that their scheme can have. That's why they made those moves to me. But why you think they're still killing people without KD and I just said his name, Boogie.
His name is Steph Curry.
Right. They're doing it like they used to, and people forgot about that. People
Well,
ask.
I mean, I do not like Steph Curry at all, but bruh, like, come on, that dude is a problem. 36 points per game and Western Conference Final sweep. No one in NBA history has done stuff like that. You can't deny stuff like that.
Curry is actually my guy. I'm not like
in that game 4, that Blazers versus Warriors. There are some key rebounds in that game, man.
But Draymond, man, Draymond, bro.
yeah, Draymond been holding that paint down for the longest, man.
Yeah, but Portland, man, they soft.
Right,
Enes Kanter wasn't rebounding. What's his name? Nurkic is hurt. But
though, man, I think man B said that too, man. At best, they don't got no experience. They kids to the Golden State Warriors. I like Dame, of course. I like McCollum, but they ain't experienced enough.
Hey, we need to get McCollum, but
yeah, I love
it.
We should have had him over KCP. That's a topic for another day.
Right.
Yeah.
No, Miss, you was talking about the Nuggets when you said that.
Okay. Let's see. Aquatic Kingdom says Drummond does not have no type of mid-range shot. All this other stuff. Faces room or back against the basket. That's what he needs to be working on instead of shooting threes. I agree with you. Drummond needs a post game. Drummond gets a post game, and we know he owns Karl Anthony Towns, but that's one thing Karl Anthony Towns has that he doesn't. He has a post game, and it helps to be a better player.
He's improved everything else.
Speaking of Karl, I just realized he shot a 3 against the Minnesota Timberwolves twice this year. I just realized.
Hey, bro, he owns Karl Anthony Towns. Like, we gonna give him that respect. He owns Karl Anthony Towns, but Karl Anthony Towns is a better player.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns is just as soft as he is. So yeah.
Anytime your nickname is a cat, it's not gonna work out for that guy. I'm sorry.
Rebounds are extra possessions. Rebounding helps so much. Every time we make the playoffs,
Tim Duncan
with 8 seconds, that's how much rebounding means. I don't know what that means. Evil Kyrie says Galloway took more threes than Luke last year. That's a travesty. Oh my god!
Man, I told you.
Like I said, man, I'm still upset about that Denver game where Luke Kennard was just wide open and the play call was for Blake to take a step back 3. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
I'm like, Luke Kennard wide open. But that's why Dwayne Casey. We have issues with him and his coaching.
Speaking of that, what's your opinion? Do you think it's the video I put out the other day? Do y'all think we should make, if he's there? Do you think we should get Iggy?
Brass Dakis?
Yeah.
It's a lot of play. All right. You know what? This is what we gonna do. We gonna move on to some draft talk. Y'all fine with that? Everyone, Detroit Drew.
Yeah, I'm following your guys' lead. You guys are going crazy. You're carrying me. I like it.
Okay. Since
back and drink my beer.
Since Nomas brought that up, Trav, Carl, Drew, we gonna talk about some draft. We talked about the draft before. We gonna talk about it. So you have at 15, we can do a lot of things. For example, Bobo. I told you I had problems with his injury issues now, but Marvin Tolbert said no, go get Terrence Ross. I wish we could get Terrence Ross. It's gonna be hard, but Bobo is there. Kevin Porter Jr. might be there. Seiko Dabuya, who Bravo loves, he might be there. You got Brass Dakis that could be there. You got PJ Washington that can be there. You got Keldon Johnson that can be there. You got Carson Edwards that can be there. So it's some guys that we can get, and I know they keep saying this is only a 3-player draft. Like, this is a weak draft class. Honestly, I don't know what's been going on with college, and maybe y'all can tell me. But last 3-4 years, none of these since after Ben Simmons and Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown got drafted, the draft classes have been pretty good every single year.
True.
Yeah.
I think people are more NBA ready nowadays,
Yeah, I like Brass Dakis. I would take Brass Dakis, but it's a lot of people I would take.
Round, though. If he falls to second, I'll take him.
Absolutely.
He ain't falling to the second.
Yeah, probably not.
No, he was the Big Ten Player of the Year. Freshman of the year. He ain't falling to the second. But Bruno Fernando, I like Bruno Fernando too. He's okay. All right. So, what do you guys think? We're gonna start with you, Travis.
I think you guys all still know who I want. I do want Cam Johnson still.
At 15?
at 15, and then you go turn around and at 45 you go pick up Kerwin Roach the second, and then you got your point guard and your small forward, and then all you're left with really is more depth on the bench and your backup center. You know, and I think what do you call it? Cam Johnson, you know, is kind of like that that DeLon Wright type of player, as far as like age wise. As far as age wise. You know, because when DeLon Wright came into the league, he was 23 years old, and Coach Casey drafted him 20th overall.
All right, CA3, what you got?
I think at 15 we should go with I would say Kevin Porter Jr. because we need another point guard, bro. I'm sorry.
Well, he's a 6'6" shooting guard that can move the point.
Well, like a shooting guard. I mean, he's a shooting guard. We need to get a guard, period.
We need to get that 1 to 3 developed as much as possible.
Yeah.
We need to
fully agree.
Still get a backup 5 too.
And,
yeah.
We definitely need a backup 5. All right, Detroit Drew.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
What kind of guys would you want?
I was actually going to say Kevin Porter.
Okay.
I like his size and his build. I think that we need someone like that.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, but I'm just going to try to say something about Travis's point. I wouldn't draft Cam Johnson that high, bro. I wouldn't.
I mean, it's a risk, but I mean, it's the draft. The draft is such a crapshoot, even in any sport.
Yeah, but you can't use that to support your point. Come on, man.
Okay, but who's the most NBA ready though? I feel like Cam Johnson could come in and still perform at a high level, even if it's not as a starter right away. Like as a bench player, he's going to be superb, and really, yeah, he's going to be thrown in at small forward right off rip because we have no small forward on the team outside of Glenn Robinson III, and he's on a team option, so he might not even be here.
Okay. No, Cam Johnson, that's definitely too high. He's like a 25 pick. But I want everyone in the chat to hear this. I've told the DSA members, the Pistons Center Court members this over and over again. My name is 313 J-Mo. If we pass up on Carson Edwards, it's going to be a huge mistake. That dude is going to be amazing. I think Carson Edwards is the person we should draft. If not him, I would take Keldon Johnson or Kevin Porter Jr. But Carson Edwards is a born star. I mean, I don't understand why his stock is so low. He led Purdue to 29 wins, and he averaged 25 points per game. 25 points per game.
Sick. So would you trade down to get him, or do you take him at 15?
I'll get him however I can get him. Because
I'm looking at it right now. They have him ranked 24. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to fall that far, but I mean that's quite a dip.
Well, I'll shout out to Bravo. So, over here we always give people credit, unlike other channels that steal content. Watch out for those guys. But
yeah, watch out for those guys.
The idea was maybe trade with Philly because I know Philly wants Carson Edwards, and that's the last thing I want them to do is get Carson Edwards. Yeah. Trade with them or try to find some team to trade, and you get 2 first-round picks, and you pick up Carson Edwards because let me tell you something, man. I'm not going to compare him to Donovan Mitchell. They two completely different types of players, but people didn't know Donovan Mitchell wasn't on the radar like that.
Oh, he was definitely on my radar.
This dude averaged 25 points per game.
Say that now.
He is a dynamic 3-point shooter and a great passer.
I got facts that says I had him during the draft on my radar. I wanted him over everybody and anybody.
Okay, I didn't know you was that high on Donovan Mitchell because he played really bad against Michigan. He
was on my radar as well.
Hey,
I'm gonna read some of the comments unless somebody else got something to say.
Go for it.
Okay, let's see.
I was gonna say it's not really my first round pick concern, but I did when I was doing my video the other day. I was trying to find as much film on the guys that they had them pre-draft workouts with. I like 3 players specifically out of their workouts that I really kind of fell into a light to, and that's of course Iggy was one of them. The other one I liked it was not Marquise Bolden, but Justin Robinson and Andrew Nembhard from Florida.
Oh, I know Nimbar. Oh, Andrew, we worked on Nimbar. Okay.
Yes, I really
like
him.
Nimbar.
I don't know
I
why.
like
I couldn't see when I was looking at. That's my favorite one actually out of them. The one I compared him to. You ain't gonna like this, J-Mo, but I kind of compared him to Lonzo. You ain't gonna like it, but I kind of.
Of course, I'm not gonna like it, bro. Come on, bro.
I know, but I just like the way he's. I know.
Oh,
I know.
okay. How tall is he? I'm gonna give
He
you
is
this.
a lanky guy. I think he's like 6 foot. Hold on, let me make sure.
No, yeah. Oh, Nimbar. I can see why you compare him to Lonzo. They both light skinned. Nimbar 6'7". He can't pass like Lonzo though, but
Yeah, he
I
can't
understand.
pass like him, but he do got that. He do know when.
Yeah,
to
I like
shoot the
Nimbar,
ball.
man. I like him.
I kind of wouldn't mind if we was able to get this guy. I wouldn't mind at all. Now the other
No,
one,
if they took Nimbar, I wouldn't be upset. I like him, but we gotta make sure we don't talk at the same time. Carl, you were saying something. What did you say?
Yeah, I like Justin Robinson as well.
because Robinson to me reminds me, and this is why I know you really ain't gonna like. I look at him and I kind of feel like I'm looking at Trae Young, dog. I'm sorry.
Well, I think Carson Edwards is a 6 foot Steph Curry, bro. So
really,
yeah, have you seen him shoot the ball?
Yeah,
well, you can't go wrong with neither one of those three players. I mean,
I'm telling you, Carson Edwards will be a star if he don't get injured. And people forget Carson Edwards is extremely athletic, like Derrick Rose athletic, not on his level, but he's close. He like Derrick Rose and Steph Curry put together, bro. Like I'm telling y'all, everyone who listening, when we don't get Carson Edwards and he lighting up everybody this year, just remember 313 J-Mo said it, and 313 J-Mo gonna be ranking.
I'll give you a shout out if that happens.
Nah, he's gonna be a beast, bro.
Hey, J-Mo.
I'm gonna read some comments now, but go ahead, Trav.
I will say this. When you brought his name up, I did do my research on him, and I do like Carson Edwards.
He's a beast, bro.
That's
like
too white of a name, though.
Man, Purdue lost and Edwards dropped like 35 points, bro. Like in the tournament, I'm talking about.
Yeah, he
was
not the
lighting
problem.
them up.
He dropped 42.
42, my fault. Thank you, Carl. Correct me when I'm wrong. 42 points. Come on, bro. Who else dropped 42 points in the tournament? Who else dropped 42 in the tournament? Please, somebody let me know.
Carson Edwards been on my radar.
Thomas Johnson.
Carson Edwards been
Okay, I'm gonna read some comments for the people in the chat. Make sure you guys put some likes on the video so we get more people in here to keep the conversation going.
Yeah, J-Mo.
If we take Ignis with 15, I'll stop being a Pistons fan. People want us to trade back. Aquatic Kingdom said, look at the new technology. You will see what I'm talking about. Anybody can hit a half-court three-pointer and the ball goes straight. I don't know what they were talking about. They were talking about three-point shots at halftime. Okay. Evil Kyrie says, how about we trade back? One Way says, trade up for Atlanta's 8th pick for the 15th and the second-round pick. If we could do that, I would do it in a heartbeat.
That might be if Andre.
And with the 8th overall pick, well, I would try to trade up to get the Lakers pick so we can get Darius Garland. After that,
heck yeah.
Try to trade up again.
Yeah.
Because Darius Garland would be our savior, y'all, if we got him.
And if we are trading Dre, we're sending him out west. We're not going to send him east.
Who,
Right.
Andre?
Yeah.
No, that's what I said. Go send him with LeBron, get Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma.
I made a video the other day talking about a potential Lakers and Pistons trade for that pick. And dude, some of the comments on there were talking about they would kill themselves if we help the Lakers get good again. Like they'd rather us go 0-82 to see the Lakers. Make the
Damn.
Man, I don't know why people hate the Lakers so much, bro. Like, come on, bro. We could get Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, and Kyle Kuzma, bro, and Mo Wagner too. Because I'm gonna ask for Mo Wagner too. I would be dancing praises.
Get him and Kuzma.
So what?
Oh heck yeah, we got to go get Kuzma.
Yeah, J-Mo. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that Carson has been on my radar since his sophomore year, bro. Dunking on people and stuff, bro.
No, man, Carson Edwards, man. Like, put it like this: Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Steph Curry. In college, they was lighting people up from three. They was doing their thing, but they wasn't athletic like Carson Edwards. Like, Carson Edwards has legit top tier athleticism for the point guard position, and he can shoot like all those guys. 25 points per game. And it wasn't like he was playing in a weak conference. He was playing in the Big Ten, lighting people up. 42 points in a game, man.
See, the one thing I do gotta like find tape on is his defense. See, I can find a whole bunch of tape on his offense. I cannot find tape on his defense.
Yes.
He's not.
I'm talking about Carson. Either. He's not okay because
no,
I mean
he's not. He's not trying. He like Carson Edwards. Like I said, he's that Eric Bledsoe type. They don't got the same, but I mean like the mentality like that. He's a tough, stocky dude with a lot of heart, man.
Because what do you call it? That's one thing that I harp so hard on Reggie Jackson. Like if you shooting threes and this, that, the other, and doing, when we first got you, Reggie Jackson, like I'm cool, but I'm still gonna harp on your defense because defense wins championships. Bottom line.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Evil Kyrie says Seiko. Now, I don't know who KZ is. Nazir Little is a little bit under the.
Oh, KZ Akapala.
KZ Akapala, the guy that hey, that's the guy that Bravo put in the chat. Yeah, okay. I looked at him. I like KZ Akapala. I like him.
Oh, dude, I seen his tape. And I think it was what do you call it? The first Pistons center court. I said KZ Akapala was a good guy on my radar.
Yeah, he got some Brandon Ingram comparisons.
Yep.
Marvin Tober says, sound like how we pass from Donovan Mitchell. I'm telling you, when we pass with Carson Edwards and we do Pistons Center Court on Detroit Drew's channel, Charleston Sports channel, whatever, you gonna hear me ranting about how we should have picked him. One way says Edwards is a second round. You get your Rex saying I'm late. What's up? You get your Rex. One way says I think the Pistons are through with smaller guards. I don't know. We haven't drafted any point guards, so I don't know about that. Carson Edwards is a high second round pick. KZ Akapala can score. It would be nice to trade the 15 back and get the Celtics 20 and 22nd picks.
You know how much bad blood. Yeah, you know how much bad blood there is between the Celtics and the Pistons. Like I would love that, but I do not see that ever happening because it's the Celtics. Like if it would have been anybody else, like the Brooklyn Nets or the even the San Antonio Spurs, even though we still owe that team a butt whooping. I still haven't forgot about 2005.
Right.
I still have nightmares about Robert Horry shooting them threes.
I heard the next word.
Hey, I forget Robert Horry's name again. No.
Dude, Robert Horry channeled his inner Damian. Well, before he was out before Damian Lillard, but he channeled the future Damian Lillard on us, man.
Right. Robert Horry, the most clutch player of all time. Sorry, Michael Jordan.
Why would you leave that guy opportunity to shoot? Is beyond me. My whole soul dropped. I turned stone after that shot. I was like, what? I swear, I grabbed my belt. I swung it at the TV.
No, man. The only reason that series was so hard because I really thought the Pistons was going to win. Like I was very confident.
Yeah,
dude, we were up. We were up with 2 minutes left in Game 7. Like, how do you lose that?
Hey, that goes on the coach, bro.
It was on Larry Brown, and I think a lot of that had to deal with the turmoil between Larry Brown and former owner Bill Davison. Because the rumor was, I mean, obviously it's rumors. Nobody has been in the room or on the phones with them too. But the rumors is because he won the 04 title, he wanted like a limousine to the games, his own private jet to the games, and he wanted to wine and dine. And the owner was like, Bill Davison was like, hey, I don't even get that kind of treatment, and I own the team.
I'm not buying into that
one. Yeah, Larry Brown is way out of pocket.
But that's true. I ain't trying to get off topic, but what is up with Detroit's ownership in general, man? It ain't just like the Lions or it be all 4 of our teams got some odd, shifty ownership. What be about that?
A lot of that's been changing though, especially with the Lions. Ever since Mr. Ford died, we've been doing better.
And then ever since
Martin Ford got all the good ones records and she took over.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. That.
Yeah.
And with the
Did y'all see
Pistons, I
when
mean, Tom Gores,
Because
we know he's really just a billionaire playboy, but he will open up that checkbook and he will try to make the team better.
I
He
want
tried
to
to
party
trade
with him, to
Andre
be
I can
honest.
Drummond.
tell, no, I
In,
don't. I think deep down,
he tried
Right.
to trade Andre Drummond.
I think deep down though he do care about the team winning. Personally, I
No, he
don't think
cares.
yeah, I think
He
he
definitely
cares.
cares, man.
I
That
think
new
he needs to
arena.
learn a vision for the game. That's all I think.
No, man, look, it's different kinds of owners, man. It's owners like Tom Gordon, they care. They'll open up the checkbook, but they don't know nothing about basketball. And then,
Mhm.
it's owners like Steve Ballmer open up the checkbook, but then you put Jerry West in, and he can handle everything. Jerry West,
see,
the
and that's
magic guru, the greatest GM in sports.
And then you got
But
Bill Davidson, who ain't gonna open up a jar of peanut butter, but you'll find a way to win a championship.
exactly. Marvin Tolbert says, "Do y'all think we should go after Isaiah Thomas for cheap? Definitely not.
I'm totally
I
for
think
that.
I don't want
Actually,
another Ish Smith,
Oh,
and
he's different than Ish.
I feel
he's
bad for
totally
Isaiah, but
different than Ish.
you have to hide him on defense, man. And I
Yeah.
just can't do it.
And
Now,
I'm not so concerned with defense coming off the second unit. Off my second unit, I want scoring. And then
Yeah.
the real question with him is how bad that hip is, because it's been
Yeah.
almost 2 years since he had the surgery and he still hasn't recovered.
Yep. And he still hasn't even played a single game.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
only.
I mean,
That's
he
the
was
only
playing in
question.
Denver, and they super stacked. He couldn't get on the court. That's messed up. But
Okay, I'm
also,
definitely gonna
we
fact
still have
check
Kyrie
that
Thomas
one.
and Bruce Brown, and I want to give them a chance to see what they are.
especially Bruce, I really want to see him develop his offensive game. I really would like to see that for him.
I don't think he's there, bro, but I think he'll be 3-D. But
That's all we need
as far
from
as
him.
I can go.
That's all we need.
What about Josh Jackson? I'm good. Josh Jackson.
Okay. Yeah, he played in 12 games with the Nuggets. I'm talking about Isaiah Thomas, and he played about 15 minutes in them 12 games. But I mean, he shot he scored about eight points a game. He shot about 34.3 and had just under 2 assists a game.
Yeah, that's not good. 34%. What from 3?
Yeah, but no, from just field goal percentage.
That's horrible.
But I mean, that's 12 games, so they do play 82, so that kind of tells you on like, let him. I think he needs to get healthy first before we say this, that, the other. And Marvin Tolbert said Phoenix Sun Josh Jackson. Now he did get arrested, so we got to see. Yeah, he got it. He has a misdemeanor.
What are you gonna give up for Josh Jackson? Like I said, I watch Phoenix because I'm a huge Devin Booker fan, and I won't forgive us for passing up on him. But
hey, I'm formerly from Phoenix.
He's not a bad player, but like, so what is he? He's not gonna move no needles.
But he fills a position of need, and so you can kind of start building your team around your starting five. We don't technically have a true starting five.
No, we don't.
I mean, we got Luke Kennard, we got Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. Outside of that, I mean, you got to put Reggie Jackson in it for this year, but he's not in our long-term goals. So therefore, we only got 3 technical starters. Outside of that, oh yeah.
He said Bruce Brown should be coming off the bench. Definitely, he should be coming off the bench. Small forward. No, it's not. Like I said, I watched Phoenix game. Josh Jackson's not a bad player, but what are we gonna give up for this guy? We don't got no assets.
Hey, they can have John Lure back.
Right.
I'm not trading Luke for nobody. What'd you say?
He was balling for them. John Lure. They can have him back.
Yeah, speaking of John Lure, Detroit Drew, I am not buying that contract out on the business.
No.
Okay, so I'm thinking, man, look, like I told you, I'm not a trade guru at all. But what if they wanted Bruce Brown for him?
Yeah,
no.
Too early.
I wouldn't. Not Josh Jackson. I mean, because he got a misdemeanor and a felony. So I mean, you got to
I
play
think
out
him
the
coming
whole.
back to Detroit ain't gonna help him because y'all know he's from the city. So him coming back here ain't gonna help him. But come on, man, Bruce Brown, you wouldn't give up Bruce Brown for Josh Jackson. Do I need to bring up his stats?
I mean, come on now. You're comparing though apples to oranges though. I mean, obviously Josh Jackson's gonna score a lot more.
And he plays defense.
Yeah, and he plays defense. I mean,
And I just know
he's good. You just gotta have the
basketball game. That's what I'm saying.
What's that?
But with his outside antics impact him being able to play in the game, that's the most important thing.
Yep.
You got
that's
all
why
the
I
time
said
in
like
the world. But if you injury prone or you get always arrested,
no, like I said, man, if I'm being honest, Josh Jackson coming back to Detroit, I don't think that's gonna work out. You know, all his Detroit bros gonna be hitting him up. And you already know Josh Jackson is he's a rough dog, man. He ain't soft. Like he's a rough rider. Like he come back here, like I said, it might not be good. But if we talking about basketball, I would make the trade.
I just figured Detroit Pistons fans would stop giving up young talent. I mean, you see what that happened with Chris Middleton, who's now an All-Star, and potentially going to go to the NBA Finals, but how that series is going to go. Spencer Dinwiddie had a bounce back season and really starting to develop. I just figured that as Pistons fans, we would stop giving up on young talent so quickly.
Yeah.
But we gave up young talent for other young talent that didn't pan out. So we're giving up our young talent in Bruce Brown for another young talent in Josh Jackson. I think that's a little. I like Bruce Brown though.
I think Bruce Brown.
But like I'm saying, if you're trying to get Josh Jackson, you got to think of a viable trade.
I'm not gonna lie.
Some offensive game, dude. He's gonna be scared.
I think Bruce Brown playing that point guard position for like 5 minutes against Utah. I think I ain't gonna lie. That was my dog.
Marvin Tober says Marcus Morris was in trouble with the law in Phoenix, and we got him for a second. Hey, maybe Phoenix is the band though. We don't know. It seemed like people having problems in Phoenix. One way said Terry Rozier may be looking for a new home. Well, we all want Terry Rozier.
Rozier looked like a darker Young Jeezy to me.
All right. Carl, where you at, man?
I'm here, bro.
Don't fall into the background. We need your input.
So get Josh Jackson. Nah, the only reason I would want Josh Jackson is because we're in Detroit. He's from Detroit. So that's why I wouldn't want Josh Jackson. But I would take him if it was basketball. I would definitely take him over. I don't need that.
Okay. Yeah, we know, guys. Everything isn't always about basketball when getting a player because it is never that simple. But basketball-wise, Josh Jackson will work, but the fit with the city, I couldn't see it. Marvin Tober says we need Marcus Morris back. We do need Marcus Morris back, but he want that bag. That's why I said
never traded him in the
maybe
first.
we trade. I mean, I'm not really like. Look, I don't want y'all to think I don't like Andre Drummond. I like him a lot. I'm not really trying to trade him unless we can get something. And I know he's a free agent, but maybe we can get Boston to sign and trade Morris. We get Morris, Aaron Baines, maybe Jaylen Brown or something.
I don't want Aaron Baines
Drummond,
bro.
You said what?
I do not want no part of Aaron Baines back in Detroit. I'm trying to get rid of Zaza.
I mean, you have to get Aaron Baines. You got to get a center back.
I hear you, man.
You got to you trading Drummond. You need a center back, so you get him. I say get Jaylen Brown and Marcus Morris and maybe Rozier. True, I'll take all of them.
I mean, the turnaround we got for Marcus Morris was big, though. I mean, we essentially traded Marcus Morris away for Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Well,
not really.
It ain't that simple.
Yeah.
We gave him a lot to get Blake
Griffin. And now he's playing in Memphis now?
Look, man, we would have never traded Marcus Morris. We could have found maybe another shooting guard. Plus, we drafted Luke Kennard that year. And then it's like we would have had more room to find another point guard. If anything, we would never gave up that second round pick. So we could have possibly got a point guard that we wouldn't have had to depend on Ish Smith and Dwight Bites and Natures and junk. So that means we probably could have been all right if we developed one outspotted Reggie injury, which means we probably would never have needed to trade for Blake Griffin.
The thing
I agree with you, but what do we trade Marcus Morris for?
What was that, Drew?
I said the thing that sucks about trading away both Morris and Harris is that we never filled those holes. Sure, we got Blake Griffin. That's awesome. But
Blake Griffin filled Tobias Harris holes.
Yeah, but we don't have a small forward anymore. which
Yeah.
Harris could play small forward and power forward because deep down inside, Harris is really more of a small forward than a power forward. He's just
True.
he's a small power forward is what he's at for floor spacing.
Ooh, I like that, Marvin Tolbert. He said, first of all, I don't know why y'all don't want to trade Drummond to the Lakers, but okay. If we trade Drummond, send him to the Clippers for Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams, and Gallinari. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that.
If I was, I wouldn't do that.
Harrell's a beast. Gallinari is great. We know what Lou Williams is about.
Detroit will probably throw in a first rounder.
6 man like Lou Will and Blake Griffin. Stop it.
The thing though is the Clippers got a lot of cap space. I'm not sure they're gonna want to waste it on Drummond, especially if Kawhi or Jimmy Butler's gonna go there. I think
but you gotta
no talent
remember,
right now. I don't know if they do that.
Drummond is people want Drummond, man. He's a good player.
No, I love Drummond. That's my dude.
If you're trying to build a championship team, Drummond is definitely a piece. I can see the Clippers taking Drummond because remember, Harrell has a contract that they gonna have to get rid of him. Gallinari, I don't know about his contract situation, but Harrell has a contract. They can't keep Montrezl Harrell. If you're gonna get KD, you had Drummond or Kawhi and Drummond and somebody else, KD, Kawhi and Drummond. No, he's definitely a cornerstone. Like he could definitely be one of your top 3, depending if you had KD, maybe top 2 if you had the right point guard around. But like I said, I would rather trade him to the Lakers and get that young core.
No, Lou Will is tempting. That's my dude.
No,
yeah. That dude's killer for threes.
Hey, Lou Will looking better than Damian Lillard. I'm sorry, I had to take a shot.
At least let him to beat the Warriors 2 times. Shoot.
Right.
Instead of 0 times.
Right. Make sure you guys put some more lights on the video so we can get the video out there.
Lock it up.
Luke G's field review is in the building. What's good, Luke?
What up, though, Luke?
He's still in
What
time
are
out.
your thoughts on the Pistons going at? Come on, man. Let me read the question. What are your thoughts on the Pistons going after one of the top free agents like Kyrie or trading for Anthony Davis? I'm gonna start with that. If we get Kyrie Irving, boy, I can't even explain to you right now. Let me tell y'all something about me in basketball. My favorite player in the league is Russell Westbrook and Giannis, just because of the mentality, the way they attack the game. But before Kyrie went to Boston, the team that I hate the most, my favorite player was Kyrie Irving. He went to Boston, I had to throw him down the totem pole. He went to Boston, I can't forgive you. But if we get Kyrie Irving, I'll probably cry. And if we get Anthony Davis, I really would cry. But how?
Well, let me just say, if we got Kyrie, I know for a fact we better not trade Andre because of the relationship they have personally.
Oh yeah, they do have a good relationship personally. Andre Drummond and Kyrie do have a good relationship.
And that's literally our big 3. And then you add Luke Kennard. At this point,
had to get rid of Blake. There's no way.
Now you could definitely go on the draft and get a small forward.
Yeah, you had to get rid of Blake Griffin though, just like Jalen.
Probably, yeah, because definitely, probably.
That contract.
Kyrie's is he a free agent, right?
Yeah.
So what we would have to do is something along the lines of whatever the Lakers or whoever the Pelicans, we'll have to get in some type of 3-team trade and somehow move Blake Griffin and then convince Kyrie to come here. Anthony Davis and Andre Drummond doesn't sound like a good pairing to me. Anthony Davis and Blake Griffin really don't sound like a good pairing to me. Blake Griffin and Anthony Davis sounds like a good pairing. But I don't know.
Probably have to throw the Clippers in the midst of it. Possibly. Probably have to throw the Clippers in the midst of it, possibly.
Yeah, because unless the Pistons basically, we saying all these hypotheticals because we know the situation of the team, right, guys?
Yeah.
Unless the Pistons make a big move, we're gonna be a 7 seed next year. Straight up, we all know this. And y'all in disagreement with me?
I mean, we were in contention for the 6th. I mean, if Blake didn't go down, we could have had the 6th spot.
And more consistent.
Yeah, but I'm just saying we a 6 to 8 seed again next year because of Reggie Jackson. But I didn't ask the rest of y'all what y'all think. Let me stop talking. Travis, what do you think about maybe getting Kyrie or AD?
Okay, now what kind of Kyrie are we getting? Because this year I do not want no parts of him. But if we get him from where he was in Cleveland.
Don't upset me.
Oh, I definitely want him. You know, so I think he could come a little bit cheaper. Not by much. I mean, not by much, but I think we could get him for a little bit cheaper than what he would technically want. But if we get him, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, you know,
if it's a way to find a way to dump like Reggie and Lure's contract, and then get him on like a 2-year deal, and have Dre and Blake try to really swindle this guy to come here, I think because of the situation, he will want to come here now, because you have, to me, even though Boston was real depth with guards, I think that's the key. Like he'll be like our main guard that has any competition, won't be able to compete with him. You know, it will be that he'll be able to lead that point guard position better. And with guys one of the guys he already knows can help him transition. Now he has that consistent young center that he can actually connect with, that he can actually really say this is his team now that he found. I think that
Luke G said it would take Blake in the first to get Davis, if not more. We probably had to give up Luke too. Like, all right, what you think? What you think, Detroit Drew?
For the AD or Kyrie?
Either.
Going off of Luke G's comment there, I don't know, man. If I was going to acquire AD, I don't know how much I'm going to give, because it's only going to be a 1-year rental. Because I give him almost like a 10% chance of re-signing here with Detroit. He wants to go play in LA. That's just cool. Kyrie, I give him 0 chance of coming here just from a salary cap standpoint. But even if we were in the ballpark to play for there, he's almost confirmed to go either to New York or LA as well, which I think that's going to help him make.
To Detroit, you can't think about that kind of stuff.
See, the thing
not
now,
wanting him just because he might go somewhere else, that doesn't make sense.
But you can't give up that much though. Like,
no, but I'm talking about with Kyrie though. With AD, we know, but Kyrie hasn't like said, "I'm going here. I'm not going nowhere." He hasn't said any of that.
And to me, Kyrie left when thinking about money. If you ask me, to me, he seemed like he just wanted to find his own team. He can have his own.
I was about to say he wants his own team.
Yeah,
but if he comes here though, is it going to be his team? Because right now we just handed the keys from Drummond to Blake, and you're going to take the keys away from Blake Griffin and Kyrie. That might cause some problems in the locker room.
First of all, Blake Griffin not going to be here if Kyrie here. There's no way with the cap situation, Kyrie or Drummond or Blake would have to go. And plus, Blake ain't better than Kyrie, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you're handing,
Kyrie would make
you're handing keys from leadership to leadership.
Look at him and Al Horford.
What about Al Horford?
I said he would make Blake better. Look at him and Al Horford.
Oh yeah,
Blake is like a Al Horford Superman version.
Al Horford.
Did he just say Superman version?
Hey man,
Personally, I think him and Andre connection will grow big though, man.
Carl, where you at? Told you I'm falling to the background.
No, what I'm saying is, I think that would be good, but I just don't think it's possible. That's my
right. You know, that's very plausible. We just dreaming right now.
It's impossible.
Fell between the flowers.
Fred Jackson said that's a party dream. Kyrie's not coming here. Trade Drummond for who want equal value? One way said Lowry, Connolly, or Drew Holiday. I definitely don't want Lowry or Connolly. So, Drummond, I would trade for Kuzma and Alonzo. I definitely would too, but Ingram got to come too. I want all of them. What about trading for Zach LaVine? Bulls are not trying to give up Zach LaVine right now.
That's another big contract.
If we could, I'd take him, but they're not trying to give
up.
Yeah,
that is a huge
contract.
Hey,
what have we looked up on seeing him traded to the Clippers though?
Cool.
Zach.
But they got assets. Like, you got to think about it like this. If we trading for Zach LaVine, we can only give up a few players. But the Clippers have their roster is good. Like, I know Doc Rivers is a great coach, but they got a good roster over there.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of pieces that you can build with.
Yeah.
So it will be different. But also the Clippers, they got Laurie marketing for the Bulls, so the Clippers won't want a Gallinari. Mm-hmm. Would y'all want D'Angelo Russell any day of the week?
Yeah.
Twice on Sunday.
And that's
Only
just
thing that
Center,
concerns
they
me
would do
about
it. Hey, Ira Israel for the last 2 months, 313 JMO. Make sure y'all subscribe. Has been saying trade Andre Drummond or Blake Griffin, either one. I don't care for the Lakers' young core. I think they would do it. We just gotta wait till they get desperate enough and dangle one of our stars in front of their face, and then they take it because they don't got no stars. And when we talking about if we
What are
talking
we
about
dangling here?
Andre and LeBron James would be amazing together if we being honest about this. Mo J says snitching and all with D'Angelo. Come on, man. Hey, D-Lo made a mistake. I ain't gonna lie, I was mad at him like everybody else. I would like trade him out like everybody else. I'm not gonna lie. But he made a mistake. He's a new man. He likes to smoke weed in the off season. That's cool.
It's legal here. Who cares?
Right, it's legal here. Rose Diddy No Relation says all the Pistons need is to develop the young guys that's in their 20s and get some defenders. We need some shooters too. Luke and Blake are the only shooters on the team. And you don't want Blake. No offense, I know Blake can shoot now, but you don't want Blake being one of your shooters.
Exactly.
Because I'm getting tired of him dribbling the ball backwards and then taking a three. Like, dude, come on.
One Way says the Pistons need to go younger talent. Look at the Suns, Phoenix, Chicago, now Atlanta. They starting to rebuild. The difference between all those teams is one team, two teams have great guys. And no offense to Larry Markkinen or Zach LaVine, but Phoenix got Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. Atlanta has Trae Young and John Collins and Herter. Like, if we were to get in those situations, we had to be tanking.
Yeah.
Like, Atlanta got Trae Young, bro. He's going to be one of the best point guards in the league. That's why I said you try to get Alonzo, you try to get a D-Lo. We need a point guard, or you draft Carson Edwards, you know?
It feels like Phoenix has been rebuilding since Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire, though. What's going on,
That's
Bravo?
the problem with Phoenix. They got pieces, but they didn't get. Look, how you gonna get Devin Booker? Like, Devin Booker ain't had a point guard his whole career. They got Josh Jackson, they got DeAndre Ayton, they got Devin Booker. That's a good core. You need a point guard. That's why Alonzo probably get traded in the 3-team trade to Phoenix, because you put Alonzo and Devin Booker together, it's a wrap. So, especially with DeAndre Ayton over there, it's really a wrap. So, we in the same situation as them. Only difference is we're a playoff team, but we need a point guard just as bad.
Hey, Bravo, there is another or two other people in here, brother. What's up? But shout out to Bravo.
What's good, Bravo? Hey, man, it's all good. One Way says Miami wants Miami don't got nothing we want.
What's up, Bravo?
What y'all think about Miami? I said they don't got nothing we want.
Only thing that we would even consider would be the draft pick, but that's still way too much. Like, well, not enough, I should say. Like,
Fred Jackson,
Blake Griffin, you got to get with Blake Griffin, you got to get something else. Like with the draft pick, and I mean, they don't really have nothing of assets to trade for Blake.
They're trying to
like I said, they don't got nothing we want.
Whiteside and Dragic.
All right, who wants Whiteside and Dragic? Fred Jackson says Andre Drummond can't shoot. You put Andre Drummond with LeBron James, that will not be amazing. LeBron James only does good with shooters. That is not true. Tristan Thompson, again, I'll say, with LeBron James, amazing. JaVale McGee with LeBron James, amazing. Ivica Zubac with LeBron James, amazing. If you're a center that's going to be getting rebounds and playing defense, you put him with LeBron, he's going to be amazing. You put Gobert with LeBron, you put Clint Capella with LeBron. Like, come on, bro. Learn a little bit about basketball.
Look at Fat Shaq with LeBron.
Right. Shaq with LeBron, oh my gosh. So LeBron makes players that are dependable better. Not like a Kyrie. He can make Kyrie better for spacing, but like if you're Drummond, you depend on other players because you're not a point guard. You're a Luke Kennard, you're a shooter. You're gonna be great with LeBron. But like you put him with like some of the stars, it wouldn't necessarily work. Bravo said we his favorite show. Thank you, Bravo.
Yes.
Blake Griffin would be a better fit for LeBron James. Fred Jackson said no, he wouldn't because they play exactly the same.
Yeah.
Marvin Tolbert said Miami can have Allure. Bro, I'm not trading Blake Griffin to Miami. I'd rather trade him to the Magic. They don't got no players.
I mean, but on the Magic, who do you want?
I want Terrence Ross. I'll take.
I think he's a
Mamba.
free agent.
Yeah, he's
Hold
a
on.
free
I
agent.
think-
His contract.
yeah,
Homie.
I want Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah.
I'll pass on Vooch.
No, stop it, Trav.
You hate him, bro.
But I mean, the
Hey,
Magic. It's not like the Magic really have that much. They got more than the Heat.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, like, I don't know. Like, if I'm going to trade like Blake Griffin or Andre Drummond or even Luke Kennard, I mean, I don't want it, but I mean, he's a guy that's off my table in any trade talk. But if we get something like absolutely like mind blowing, obviously, yeah, you're gonna get rid of him. But you have to get good value in return. And if you're not getting that, I'm not making a trade just to make a trade. Like, I think that's what we got burnt on with the whole even Chris Middleton.
Man, don't bring up Chris Middleton, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna even
He's
bring
a
up the guy
baller,
that
bro.
I'm not gonna even bring up the guy that we traded him for. So
Don't even do
that
it.
guy's that guy doesn't even get.
You talking about
Fred
Brandon
Jackson
Jennings?
said Tristan Thompson was the 4th or 5th option
Yeah.
on the team. Okay. Andre Drummond is way better than Tristan Thompson. He'll probably be the 3rd option, depending on who else is on the team.
Oh, we don't even know
I'm
that.
telling you, put Andre
Kardashian
with
drama
LeBron. That's a match made in heaven.
Exactly.
JaVale McGee is a free agent. Yes, he is. You should try to pick him up. We don't got no money though. He don't want to get paid.
Hometown discount.
Nah, he want to get
Hopefully.
paid. Bravo says, you think we can go for Rozier's contract? I mean, of course. But like I said, man, try to do a trade. My 3 teams, if we was thinking about trading anyone, trade with the Lakers, get the young core, or the Clippers. They got some players. Or you trade with Boston, or you trade with the Wizards to get Bradley Beal.
I just
Give
don't
me
think
that Beal
Bradley Beal
trade.
can go anywhere this time, man. I think they passed their window to trade him.
Oh,
I think they're
Andre?
holding on to him.
Possible.
Who are you talking about, Drew?
Bradley Beal. I just don't think the Wizards are going to part ways with him at this point.
No, I don't think they are going to part ways because of John Wall.
They're talking about John Wall's going to be out next season.
What's that big move, though?
Yeah, John Wall mess up his Achilles. Yeah, he's done.
That's why I said what I just said. They're not going to trade him because of John Wall. We want Fournier from Orlando. His name is Fournier.
I mean, what if we add like say Blake and Reggie? They give us who's on their roster? Beal and
Bryant.
Yeah, but you're gonna still need a little bit more because you're giving away Blake or Dre and Reggie Jackson.
Man, Reggie.
So you got to. So you would have to match up the
Reggie can go
the
for
money.
free. And if we talking about contracts, Bradley Beal contract is just as big as both of those guys.
Well, if you do Drummond for Beal, that could be a straight up trade technically, but obviously
Noble Sports Entertainment.
there's
What's
gonna
up?
be. What up, Noble Sports?
What's good, Noble?
But I mean, you got to get the money right as far as like, because you're giving away. Well, let's just use it as this, okay? Dre and Jackson, so that's what 30. Almost 40 something mil, like 42 mil. That's gonna be up for grabs. Bradley Beal and Drummond pretty much have the same exact contract.
No, Bradley
I think
Beal
it even
is bigger.
I don't
Bradley
think
Beal
so.
got a huge contract.
Yeah, it's the same as Drummond's. Hold on, I'm fact checking right now. Bradley,
Yeah, you might be
Beal
right.
contract.
Just
I'm
Gucci
reading
right
some
here
of the
quick. He said,
comments.
"What's the big move?" That
Oh
is
yeah, I was about
that
to.
is signing
Luke said it was a big move, man. No, there
I'll be
is no big
signing
move for
point
the
guard,
Pistons.
and we will be back-to-back NBA champions.
Right. The big move for the Pistons is getting rid of Reggie Jackson by any means necessary.
Did you say?
Otherwise, we're gonna be a 6 to 8 seed next year, and then that will be the year we can do something. The Pistons are really stuck right now. If we can get rid of Reggie, we own. If we don't get rid of Reggie, it's another year 6 to 8.
Bradley Beal has the same exact contract, literally, even for dollar amount and year
All right, he's
amount.
correct.
Then what do you call it? As
Andre.
Drummond.
Guys, I'm gonna need to go get some glasses. I thought I just saw one away called JaVale McGee a MILF. I'm not gonna talk about that one.
No, he said
What?
MLE.
I need to go.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Um,
One way
Maybe
said
the
I think
mid-level
the Pistons
exception.
acquired Blake Griffin
Oh
just to
yeah,
sell tickets. We definitely acquired Blake to sell tickets, but we also acquired Blake to make the playoffs. And even if it
Yeah.
was horrible, we did it. John Blaze says, "How are we going to trade for the Lakers youngins? Face it, we don't have any stars. They don't want trash Blake. Can't stay healthy, and Dre is a scrub. Come on, man, stop it." Blake Griffin, one of the best players in the league, top 20 player. So is Drummond. You put Drummond with LeBron James, that's a match made in heaven. And plus, the Lakers' young core doesn't, even though I think they're great, I think they're the third best young core in the league, they don't have as much value because of injury issues. So that works in our favor. Drummond to Sacramento for Bogdanovich, Fox, and Colin Stein. They ain't getting rid of Fox. No matter.
So Noble Sports says, so what point guard do you go after if we trade Reggie?
Any point guard. It's like no. You have we like I said, we still got Bruce Brown. We got Kyrie Thomas. You draft Carson Edwards. That's what you do. Or you try to get Darius Garland. None of that works. You have to go after Rozier.
Okay, now I got
That
a
don't
question.
work.
What about DeLon Wright? He could play point guard or shooting guard. He's
all right, let's
a
go.
combo.
But is DeLon Wright a starter though?
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't think he's a starter. I think he's like that 6-man kind of guy. I mean, if you need him to start a couple games, yeah, he's good for that. And plus, he has that Coach Casey, connection because he drafted him and developed him into who he
if we
is.
get rid of Reggie, we do need a replacement. And that's what I say. That's where you go in the draft.
Yeah.
Get Carson Edwards.
Yeah.
Luke G said, I think he would take it. Detroit has history. New Orleans don't. He was the face without help. Honestly, there's no way I can see Anthony Davis coming to Detroit and staying in Detroit. No way. No way. But the West isn't. I mean, the East is not the West. So
if we do get AD though, that would make us a top 4 team in the East.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, if you pair him up with Blake Griffin, that would be crazy.
Oh, I was
You
thinking
still,
pair him
you
up
still,
with
you still
Drummond.
need a point guard.
Yeah, I mean, well, I just remember Blake is a point guard. That's what I said, man. You throw
Let
Bruce
AD
Brown back
play
in the
that point
starting
forward,
lineup. Have Blake, Luke, and Bruce Brown share ball handling duties. Blake and Luke are playmakers. See Makai Luke. According to the Pistons, they think he can play point guard. They like his playmaking abilities. Don't sleep on Steve Makai Luke. I've been hyping this dude up. I know I'm correct.
I do love Svi Mihailuk because, dude, that dude's a baller. Like,
I'm not
straight
gonna lie,
out.
the way his frame is, the guy got a smooth shot and a dribble that can go with it. He's so smooth.
Nah, Speed can do everything. Like I said, he's a taller Luke Kennard, man. He can do everything. He's better on defense too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and he's got bunnies.
Right. John. I guess John Blade just hates Andre Drummond. He said Drummond doesn't play defense. Stop it. Drummond plays defense, man. Come on.
Yeah, you tripping out, bro.
Like just because the Bucks made him look like a fish out of water. Come on.
And Dre's defense though, he doesn't have any perimeter guards. The best perimeter guy we got is Bruce Brown, and we can't leave him out there offensively because he can't score. So
Well, the best perimeter guy we got is Luke Kennard.
Dre gets in foul trouble, He can only do so much by himself. Defense, you need all 5 guys playing.
Yeah, and even though people like to shit on Blake for his defense, Blake is a great team defender.
Yeah.
So not having Blake out like one-on-one, no. But as a team defender, yeah.
I hope I don't mess his name up, but Nathan Freshler says, is Steph Curry the answer?
Yes. Go get him. I'm serious.
Can we afford him?
Yeah.
Man, Steph Curry is a nobody, bro. You better take that check, bro.
That is a baller, bro.
No, all right, I'm gonna be real. I like
we
Steph
already
Curry.
said no.
He's not the answer though, but he's a baller though.
Would you take Earl?
I see he's not the answer, but he's a baller though.
So would you take Steph Curry? I mean, not Steph. Steph Curry as our starting point guard?
We need something more than Steph Curry, but he's a baller. I'll take him on my team though.
Man, their parents is lazy.
Fred Jackson said, "I hate to break it to you, I don't think Andre Drummond is a top 20 player."
He's top 20.
What do y'all think about that?
He's top 25.
Top 25? Okay. I would just say he's top 3 at his position.
Yeah.
You know, you got Embiid. I mean, well, I know you got Karl Anthony Towns and Gobert, but you could put Drummond in there with those two.
Really, you got to say Joel Embiid, Jokic, and Dre. That would be my top 3.
Right. Yeah, you know, Karl Anthony Towns can't be better than Andre till he beat Andre once in his career.
Hey, Detroit Drew, one way I think he responding to you.
What did he say?
He said, "I back." The last thing I heard someone say, I called Jamel McGee a MILF. Wow.
No, yeah, he didn't say that word. He said something else.
It's the MLE. It's a mid-level exception.
Yeah,
mid-level exception. But like I said,
read.
JaVale McGee wants to get paid. I like Dennis Smith Jr. He can play the game.
Oh man, I would love to have Dennis Smith.
Man, I was harping that the Pistons needed to go make that trade for Dennis Smith Jr.
I know, right, Lou
What's
G?
the trade package?
Drummond and Stafford, the most hated Detroit athletes. I don't know why. LOL.
Right.
What's the trade package for Dennis Smith though?
To trade who?
For Dennis Smith.
Trey Andre?
What?
What did you say?
Are you listening?
I can't hear you. You sunk your.
I said, what's the trade package for Dennis Smith?
I had no idea.
I mean, I'll go. What do you call it? Reggie Jackson Forbes straight up.
They're not gonna trade Dennis Smith. Well, they might be stupid enough.
Nick, come on now.
Wait, you get the Knicks we talking about. They might just be dumb enough. Like y'all saw how I stopped in the middle of it. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Why I heard after that? Yo, I'm gonna rewatch this tonight, and I'm gonna actually fast forward to that part. I'm sorry.
Hey, no, you gotta fast forward to the part. I'm gonna tell you. Let's see, it's 148 in.
Okay.
I was like, wait, there's no way the Knicks could be that stupid. But hold up, now they could be.
They definitely could be.
Yeah, we need to get on the phone and get Dennis Smith because if you're trying to bring Kyrie there, Dennis Smith don't need to be there.
But you already know
Exactly.
But
If you're trying to bring RJ Barrett there, Dennis Smith definitely don't need to be there.
Yeah, Jam.
Not with RJ Barrett.
Jam, well, you know your team's stupid. You know it.
No, but I was gonna say all their franchises is dumb except for the Yankees. So, would y'all take Wilson Chandler for cheap?
Wilson Chandler for cheap. Depends on how cheap.
You know who I want though, even though he struggled a little bit. I want Will Barton.
Yeah.
Bravo said, "What do you guys think of this trade? Lure and our pick to Minnesota for Covington and the 43rd pick."
Ain't happening. I would not do it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Because that 15 overall pick it's
too valuable.
You said it's a trade rumor.
Yeah. I know.
Fred Jackson, or what you said about Drummond and Stafford, different is football is the ultimate team game. Basketball isn't. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Rodney Hood, of course I'll take Rodney Hood.
Hey, that was one guy that heck yeah. Like that dude he proved that whatever he was dealing with LeBron and the Cavs, that was over there because when he got over to the Blazers, he showed up.
No, every player ain't built to play with LeBron. The pressure is too
Look,
much.
I almost made a video about
Yeah.
Rodney, but I didn't want to.
Another player that's not built to play with LeBron was George Hill, but he's balling now.
Yeah.
Who?
Andy
George.
from the 93. We discussed your question earlier, but I'm gonna answer it for you anyway. What do you guys think of the players the Pistons have worked out so far for the draft? Go ahead, Nomis.
Like I said, the 3 players in my eye that you need to keep on is Iggy, Nembhard from Florida,
Ignis Brazdakis. Not everybody know who we're talking
Ignis Brazdakis. I'm sorry, and Justin. What's his name? Justin Robinson, and
Neymar.
Nembhard. I really like
Neymar from Florida, the 6'7" guard.
Yep. Those guys, I want to say, keep your eye on. Actually, they worked out a really good crew of guys, though. The LSU center as well, Nas Reed. He's another rebounder kind of guy that likes to play the pick and roll, but he may not fit. Then they got somebody from Duke whose name is Marquise Bolden, center as well. So they work on a group of guys.
Do y'all know who Justin Robinson's teammate Ahmed Hill is?
Who?
Ahmed Hill.
I don't even know what team he played for, bro.
No, he played for Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Oh,
Virginia.
okay. Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
I think, like I said,
We brought him in for a workout, didn't we?
Yeah, I know. That's why I brought up his name.
Yeah, I was thinking if we could somewhat, depending on where they fall, I would make a move for like Andrew Nembhard or Justin Robinson and Ignis Brazdakis, right?
Brazdakis, oh my goodness.
Brazdakis, okay. I can't stand
it. Let me say this about Neymar. Look, man, he ain't Lonzo. I want Lonzo on this team. Y'all know that. But he a 6'7" point guard. He can play defense. I like Neymar. I mean, I like him a lot, to be honest with y'all. I like him. So I like him. 6'7" guard. They can play D. I'll take it any day. He can score.
He's not flashy with his passes, but he don't take too long to pass it. That's what I like about him.
He needs to bulk up though.
Yeah. He not the flashiest passer, but he don't take too long to pass the ball. That's what I like about him.
Yeah, but you can't compare passes coming out of college to Lonzo. And
I ain't trying to. It's just that was the first person that really kind of came to my head. Like that's the only person I could really say like, his style, the way he dribbled. I say
he's a 6'7" guard. I'm with you. But like I said, Trae Young, Lonzo, Ben Simmons, you can't compare passers coming out of college to those guys. Fred Jackson says when Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, they don't say Patriots won the Super Bowl. They say Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. So when Tom Brady played like garbage in the Super Bowl, they say he won the Super Bowl. Come on.
Right.
The Tuck rule. Come on, bro. Football is the ultimate team game. Let's not do that.
Yeah. About time we give the whole team credit in the organization.
Alonzo Trier. Oh, I would love Alonzo Trier, but I think New York likes Alonzo Trier. And Bravo had that does make sense. We don't need Brazdakis because we have Svi. Yeah, that's true. Svi, hey man, Svi is just waiting for his opportunity, man.
He does need to get an opportunity this year.
That's why.
Like I think. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I mean, like that dude. I mean, he definitely needs his shot, and Kyrie Thomas needs his shot too. I think if both of them can man that small forward spot, and then say we go get a small forward in the draft, I think we should be somewhat solid there. And then you can focus your your attention to the point guard in the second round or in the free agency. Because I've been looking at this list. There's actually quite a few good point guards that could be had.
But see, that's the point though. That's why I don't think small forward is the biggest need because we got a small forward. His name is Steve Mikhailuk.
We still need somebody to play behind him, though, man. At least.
No, we do. But if I'm drafting in the first round, I'm taking Carson Edwards off top. Second player I'm taking is Kevin Porter Jr. or maybe Keldon Johnson, another guard. I think we need a point. I mean, we haven't drafted a point guard in years.
And I will say this though, Keldon Johnson can also play small forward a little bit.
Nah, Keldon Johnson can play 1 through 3. I like him.
Yeah. I was watching tape and I seen him. What do you call it? He was solid. I didn't, like I said. I mean, the tape that I find is, it's only one sided, so I only see their offense. But I liked what I saw from Keldon Johnson.
Whoa. Andy from 93 said, man, Carson Edwards is Reggie Jackson. Boy, if you don't stop disrespecting Carson Edwards, bro. Boy, hold up, man. Carson Edwards dropped 42 points in the tournament game, bro. Averaged 25 points per game in college, led his team to a 29-6 record. Reggie Jackson ain't never did that in Boston College. They're night and day.
What are you talking about?
Reggie Jackson's not athletic like Carson Edwards. He can't shoot like Carson Edwards. He can't pass like Carson Edwards. They're not a comparison. Fred Jackson says, y'all love the name and mediocre players. What has Lonzo been in the NBA? Mediocre. Well, obviously, you don't know nothing about Lonzo. I don't feel like going on that defense rant right now. If we had Lonzo, Andre would make the All-Star team every year. Let's see. Andre braids every center's hair in the league. Bro, leave him alone. Forget about Embiid. Every G Leaguer, a 10-day dog walks on him. Y'all is killing Dre, bro. Come on, man. You need a pick and roll point guard that will pass, aka Lonzo Ball, but I'm cool. Not even Lonzo. Rozier can run the pick and roll. Who else can run the pick and roll? It's not that many. Bravo says, I think we need size. Our team can grab rebounds, but we have the leading rebounder. Okay. It showed in the playoffs. I'll take Seiko, PJ, Roy, or KZ to be safe. I just all right, man. When we pass up on Carson Edwards, dog, I'm gonna be ranting every episode.
You said Carson Edwards in the Big Ten where he disappeared, bro. He averaged 25 points per game, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Anthony. He averaged 25 points a game. And I don't know.
And
would y'all take Rajon Rondo? Heck yeah, I take Rajon Rondo.
And number 2 team wasn't even that good, bro. It really wasn't. It wasn't.
Would y'all take Rondo?
Oh yeah.
Depending on the price, I would. Depending on the price.
Didn't he just get like a minimum exception or something?
I mean, J-Mo, you already know how I feel about Rondo, though. But
I think
he will be the game management point guard I've been saying we kind of need for Blake and
yeah, man, Rondo would have our team flowing greatly. Him and Andre, him and Blake, he would be great for the team.
With that being said, though, you're gonna have to definitely have somebody behind him who can score, though.
I mean, but we got Kyrie Thomas. That's what I'm saying. People need their shot.
Mm-hmm. Andy, bro, what are you talking about, bro? You're saying Big Ten game, but he appeared in the big moments in the tournament, bro. And 42 back-to-back. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, Andy from 93, there's your response. I'm not going to even entertain it. Ain't nobody else in the tournament drop 42 points back-to-back. Can Ball be a great point guard in the future? Possibly, but I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about a projection. Lonzo is already a great point guard. What are you talking about?
Hey, Marvin Tolbert says Seth behind Rondo.
And earlier they said Rozier or Seth Curry. What's your opinions on that, guys? Let's start with you, Detroit Drew.
I think we can get both. You can start Rozier and then have Seth coming off the bench.
So what about Kyrie and Bruce Brown?
I don't know.
Kyrie is a shooting guard, though, to me.
I forgot.
What you think about this?
We never planned.
What you think about this, Travis?
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting both. But I wanted what do you call it? I would say this. Your question to Drew was, well, what about the 2 young guys from last year? One could play the backup shooting guard. The other one could play the backup small forward. Because I think it's Kyrie is Thomas, the taller one.
Mm-hmm. No,
he's taller.
I mean, he's 6'3". Bruce Brown's 6'5".
Yeah.
Okay, then it was Bruce Brown could play the 3, and then
I don't like Bruce Brown at the 3 though.
I mean, this is spot minutes. Like,
Right.
game winning. Like
'Cause I remember
victory
Bruce Brown
cigar
tried to
at the
guard
three.
Kawhi Leonard, and it was not a nice night.
Well, actually, he's actually was on all the top scorers at all
And it
year.
was cooking them.
Yep.
Like at this point, it was cooking them.
They asked me about one.
I mean, but you gotta
he
realize
actually
Bruce
had a
Brown
solid
was a
season.
rookie. He was a rookie, so he can get much better defensively, but he was getting cooked.
Yeah, he got cooked by
Oh,
I remember what Kemba Walker did to him? He was getting light up. But it's all good, bro. He was a rookie, you know, he gonna take his lumps. He said we some Purdue fans, man. I'm a Michigan fan. Carl's a Michigan State fan. We just respect talent. A guy averages 25 points per game in the Big Ten. Come on, bro.
I'm
42 points back to back in the tournament.
At the three is like Michael Curry.
Right.
Oh, you wrong for that.
Bruce Brown at the Fred Jackson says, if you think Lonzo is great and then Ben Simmons is a superstar, well, you need to go to my channel, Fred Jackson, man. So make sure you subscribe. I actually have a video discussing Lonzo versus Ben Simmons and what I think. I would take Lonzo because he can shoot the basketball. But go look at that video. You'll know what I think, man. Bruce Brown is Tony Allen. No, don't disrespect Tony Allen.
Nah,
Pistons should have took Donovan Mitchell. Of course he should have took Donovan Mitchell.
Nah, bro.
But Luke Kennard's a great player, though. So
Hold on, bro. Did you just disrespect Tony Allen like that, bro? Why?
I don't know. Tony Allen can't Kobe Bryant and Paul Pierce.
Michael
Wow.
Curry, I remember, could never score double.
Andy clamped KD. What are you talking about, bro? You need to stop that, bro.
Oh yeah, he did clamp KD too. Yeah, don't disrespect Tony Allen, bro. One of the greatest defenders to ever live. Man, Bruce Brown has some potential, man. Bravo says, I'm actually surprised by Carson Edwards' vertical. He can jump and dunk it. I told y'all, Carson Edwards is Steph Curry and D Rose in one person. When y'all gonna learn? And when he's dunking on everybody next year, and all y'all people telling me he's overrated, I'm gonna be ran every show. Why are we sleeping on Rubio? Gonna be cheaper than Alonzo. I would take Ricky Rubio any day of the week.
You know, I think that'd be one of our sleeper acquisitions if we do anything, though. Real talk. But I'm not expecting a huge offseason this year. I think we're going to save a lot of that money for next year. We got $41 million coming off the books next year.
Yeah, guys, what we're really trying to do is,
Oh man, we still have
like I
Josh's
said,
contract, bro.
yeah, like I
What's
said, guys, everyone watching, Pistons are basically done. Either we get rid of Reggie Jackson or we're going to be an 8th to 6th seed next year until we can do something. So we're just trying to figure out ways that we can make trades, who we should draft to improve this team so maybe we can get a 4th or 5th seed because we know the reality of the team. Josh Smith, the real
Question is,
MVP.
Curry-
Why you hurting our feelings like that?
It's-
But
I wanted to see Josh Smith and Dre stay together instead of keeping Greg Monroe.
But why isn't Josh Smith playing no more?
I don't know, dude. He had that playoff series with Houston. He dropped like 36 points and they got the W. Then like you never seen him again.
Which
Yeah.
tripped me out.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying like, is he so bad he's not good enough to play in the NBA anymore?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the other guy we like? What's his name?
Hey,
Michael
Like
Beasley.
we could have used Josh Smith. Ain't he like a small power forward?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like why ain't you playing?
Michael Beasley.
I'm gonna tell you what's the problem with
Oh, I like Michael Beasley. He's a walking butt.
I don't understand how they in China and jump and then you got Zaza in the NBA. How's that?
Yeah, one thing about John Smith though, the thing that messed up his career was when he started shooting jump shots, bro. Why, bro? Your jump shot is ugly, bro.
it wasn't
Why
that
you shooting jump shots?
subtle.
All right, guys, because we probably about to end the show. We don't went over 2 hours, but the question is Curry, D Rose, or Patrick Beverly? Patrick Beverly. What do y'all think? Let's start with you, Detroit Drew.
I'm going Beverly there. That's just the Detroit mindset of a player. Defense first, gritty. Not a bad playmaker. He's not a terrific scorer, but he's not bad at it.
You can shoot the ball too. No, miss, what you think?
Man, I'm going Beverly all the way. Like you talking about again, everything that Drew just said, plus his last moment game clutchness when we need that toughness on both sides of the ball, I'm putting my money on Beverly.
All right, Carl, what you think?
Oh yeah, Beverly, because he got heart. He got that Detroit heart, and he can shoot.
All right, so Trox, are we going for Beverly in the sweep?
Hey, where's them brooms out? Like I got broomed out of the Western Conference Finals.
If you didn't know, if you guys didn't know, me and Travis had this big debate on Twitter because he was telling me that the Blazers could beat the Warriors, and I was telling him he was crazy. So that's why he said that. He took his L.
Oh yeah, but I will say this: if we had that money for Patrick Beverly, man, that would be so awesome. Like I would make them move.
Oh my God, Patrick Beverly.
Bravo. Oh, we gonna keep it going because there's a lot of people in the chat, y'all. If y'all fine with that.
Hey, like the video, people, please like it up.
Okay, he said he on vacation. Bravo said I want D Rose because he's a star. I'm sorry, but D Rose not a star no more.
No, it's
And
not.
he gets hurt every year. I love D Rose. He's not reliable.
I always used to say when somebody said D Rose, I said, "Oh, some leg assembly required."
Hey, don't be disrespecting D Rose now.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
Hey, but am I wrong? Am I wrong though?
Hey man, don't disrespect D Rose like that.
I would have to shut you down for that one.
Andy from 93 said Beverly is not happening. Sadly, you're probably right. I'd rather the Pistons go after D'Angelo Russell. He's a free agent. D'Angelo Russell gonna want that bag, but I say open up the bag. But,
see, the thing that worries me about D'Angelo Russell is he turns the ball over too. We got to have a guy that is who takes care of the ball. Like you don't take care of the ball, that's a major issue.
Look, man,
I mean, I don't know if he turns the ball over that much though.
Look, man, I don't care. He led his team to the 6th seed, bro. I don't care.
And did he average like?
That's because we messed up.
And he averaged like 20 and like 8.
He averaged like six assists a game.
Yeah,
Fred Jackson is right. D'Angelo gonna get close to a max. Yeah, that's a pipe dream, man.
I don't even think he's gonna leave the Nets. I think he's definitely staying with the Nets.
Key though, Patrick Beverly is realistic. Like, well, there is a realistic opportunity we could get him.
But how is it? He's gonna want money, bro. A lot of these people want the bag.
That's true. That is true.
If we get rid of Reggie Jackson and John Lord, then we can get anyone.
And don't forget, the fat dude off the internet from the threes.
Rose Diddy No Relation says you like. He says you like D Rose, but not Reggie Jackson. I didn't say I wanted D Rose. I don't like either. I didn't say I wanted D Rose.
I mean,
D Rose, Russell's a star, but we can't. Spencer Dinwiddie, but does Spencer want to come back?
I said, man, Stan Van Gundy. Yeah, I mean no, but maybe under what you call maybe
he ain't there no more.
That's what I said. Under which call he might reconsider.
Casey.
Yeah, Casey. But I don't know. He might be angry at that organization entirely.
Yeah, but see, I love
no. It was really beef with Stan Van though. Go ahead, Carl.
I said I love D Rose, bro, but he like the point guard version of Blake Griffin, bro. We can't have that.
No, don't disrespect Blake Griffin like that.
Nah, what I mean is their play style, bro. I mean, I'm not saying as good as a player. I'm talking about their play style, bro. Stop it.
No, I thought you were talking about the injuries. I'm like, Blake is a little bit healthier.
No, I said their play style. I mean their play style, bro.
Some leg assemblies required.
Get you, Travis.
Some knee assembly is required.
Get
Leave Blake alone, bro. He was out there balling on one leg for y'all bum fans.
Hey. He earned my respect though. Blake earned my respect.
We don't need Blake Griffin at point guard. That's all I'm trying to say.
But Eli says Spencer Dinwiddie.
No, what I'm saying, we need a true point guard, bro. D Rose not a true point guard. You know exactly what I'm talking about, bro.
He's a scoring guard.
Exactly.
That's cool for off the bench.
Off the bench. I'll take him off the bench for cheap.
But I would rather have Rozier or Curry or Patrick Beverly.
But here's the thing about Rozier, though. He's unproven. He's going to be the next Reggie Jackson. So we don't know what we're going to get fully out of him. Like, he's shown glimpses of greatness of being really good, especially
Okay,
last year.
you know what? I like what you said because this is a good combo. I'm gonna tell you why one reason why he's not Reggie Jackson, and that's because he plays defense. Plays defense. So if Reggie Jackson played defense, would we be angry with him right now?
Yes, y'all would.
No, we would not. Reggie Jackson is top 5 worst defenders at the point guard position in the league right now.
Yeah,
He don't play no defense.
true.
Rozier plays defense, and he is unproven. But I mean, he got a chip on his shoulder, and I've seen Rozier when he was allowed to be himself. And you got to remember, he's on the team with Blake and Dre, so all he got to do is run the offense and be Rozier and play deep.
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I've seen Rozier give the point guard that make all a defense first team that work. But
I do gotta agree with
Eric
Marvin,
Bledsoe should not
Tolbert.
have made first team All NBA defense. That's a travesty, bro.
he shouldn't have.
Oh my
Lonzo
God.
should have been first team, but he ain't played enough games. It's okay.
I do gotta say, I do agree with Marvin Tolbert. He said Rozier took the Celtics to the Eastern Conference Finals. Reggie never did that.
Because
But
Reggie
I
never
will
played
say
for the
that-
Celtics.
They had a better team, though.
And on top of that, Reggie Jackson did deal with that foot injury that took a year and a half of his career.
Boston's also loaded too. Like they're deep.
Yeah, Boston is a much better team, and Jason Tatum led them in scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we could still take Jason Tatum though if they really want to shed some
Boy,
talent.
they ain't giving up no Jason Tatum.
Right. I don't even
Hey,
wanna
then
say
give us
for
what do you call it? Hayward.
him. I don't
You
want
Hayward
want
kind of
Gordon
looking
Hayward,
like
bro?
he needs to change the scenery.
You see that contract?
I don't want Gordon Hayward, bro.
You see that
hell
ankle?
no. Hell no. Hell no.
I'm good on that.
Hell.
You see that contract?
You see that ankle?
Yeah, that contract.
Yeah, you said you see that ankle.
And he's declining, bro.
Hey, if we're going, if we're going after some leg assembly required, he does fit the bill.
No, I would take Gordon Hayward if he didn't have that contract.
Trap, you wrong, bro.
Yeah.
You wrong for that, bro.
He was coming off. the
Gordon
bench,
Hayward
too.
really had leg assembly required. You saw that leg.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hey.
That remind me of when my boy from Michigan, arm like literally popped out. His bone literally popped out. I still remember that game. I was watching that game. Fell on his arm. That boy popped out.
Yep.
What was that one from college? I want to say it was Kansas or Kentucky, where the dude went to go block the shot.
You talking about Kevin Ware? It was Louisville.
Was it Louisville?
Yeah, it was Kevin Ware.
That was the nastiest leg break I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life.
nasty, bro.
Yeah.
Always popping out and all that.
That one takes.
So
the
was
cake.
so
I don't know.
was,
Yusef Nurkic was pretty bad too, though.
Yeah,
Nurk is done. Like and I don't mean to say it like this, but I said LeBron James end his career with that dunk, and it looks like I was correct. He's done.
I might be late. I might be late on something, but this somebody's. I ain't gonna mention. I'll wait till we get on private. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Yusef, bro, your career ended the moment LeBron dunked on you like that.
Yeah, that was pretty bad, though.
Like, that was dunk of the year last year, bro.
It was.
Bravo
I don't know
feeling
that
just,
one.
Bravo
What?
feeling just like you. He said Drummond got 1 vote for second defensive team.
Hey,
Hey,
man, he still got snubbed.
He didn't get snubbed.
He did get snubbed.
Debatable.
A healthy Embiid is a better defender.
Some leg assemblies required on Embiid too.
Yeah, but a healthy Embiid is a monster.
Yeah, healthy.
Yeah,
He
like,
gets
look, I just
the
want people to
whistles
know.
though.
I just want people to know, for the record, I hate Joel Embiid with every fiber bone in my body. So the fact that I had to defend this guy makes me feel like crap. Hate Ben Simmons too. I hate their whole squad. I hate Philly. But
that's a bias.
it is what it is. Only person I like on Philly is Jimmy Butler, just because he does Jimmy Buckets. I respect Jimmy Buckets. Put it like that.
Better than Whiteside or Gobert. And Whiteside doesn't get any playing time anymore for some reason.
Whiteside is garbage.
He blocks shots and gets rebounds. That's pretty much
Yeah, no, Whiteside did fall off though. He was a beast.
I don't know what happened to Whiteside.
Whiteside was a beast his first couple seasons, and he as a Miami Heat, but he
That's
fell
the
off.
problem with him. He's 7 feet
Fell
tall.
Mike Jacobson said, "Thank you guys for this." So everybody, Nomis, Drew, CA3 Sports Talk, Carl, Travis, thank you for this. You're very welcome.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Hey,
You're
welcome,
welcome.
J-Mo. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Dre doesn't get recognition. It sucks. Look, man. You right, Bravo, but NBA is deep. That's all I'm gonna say. If you want to be recognized, you really have to be outside the box. And
That's what I
I feel
said.
like that. I think they do. They vote before the playoffs.
I'm not too sure.
Because if
That's actually
they
a good
voted
question.
after Andre playoff performance, that might have been a wrap. I think they vote before the playoffs, though. Boy, this boy Rose
it
did
is
no
based-
relation to the Reggie Jackson fan club. You need to be the president. Reggie averaging 20 and 10.
Man,
Boy,
Man, I
Reggie
hope so.
Reggie ain't averaged more assists than Blake Griffin, but okay. Come on, man. Reggie never averaged 6 assists in his career, bro. He can score, though. He can definitely shoot clutch free throws,
I'll
too.
give him 19-20 because he did average 19 at one point. I felt like if he didn't get injured, he could have been more consistent averaging points if he didn't deal with all those
He
injuries.
might average 20. He ain't averaging 10 assists, though.
I
That's
ain't
no-
I don't think, nah, most scoring guards don't.
He's a pick and roll point guard. We don't pick and roll anymore.
Yeah,
Hey, Benjamin Fool said he must be smoking Reggie. Hey, shout out to you, Mike Jacobson.
nobody said he was smoking Reggie.
Shout out to Mike.
What can you do in the playoffs? You make your name in the playoffs. Of course, I don't want Mike Connolly. Pistons could have got Mike Connolly. We didn't want to give up Luke Kennard, and I'm glad they didn't.
Man, they was down there
Yeah.
tough. Hey, take Marcus Gasol and Mike Conley. In return, y'all give us Andre, Reggie, Luke, and Stanley Johnson.
Right.
Grab 2 first round. I said, okay,
Hey, man, if they would have thrown Jerry Jackson Jr. in there, then we could have talked.
Nah, I'm not taking $30 million a year.
If they would give us that pick, though,
Hey,
Yeah.
they giving up a pick in Jared Jackson Jr. Jared Jackson
No,
Jr.
they
is
wanted
the
us
real
to
deal.
give up picks. They wanted us to
You
give
got
up 2
that and
first
get
round
jobs?
picks and a second round pick. I said, are you crazy?
Yeah. J-Mo know how I feel about Jaren Jackson Jr. But
Of course I do, you Michigan State fan. All right, man. We gonna have to wrap up the show. Go ahead, Drew.
all right, peeps. Thanks for watching. This has been an episode of Piston Center Court. Make sure you check out the description. Everyone's channel links are in there. And then plus go follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Like I said, links are in there. Thank you guys for coming out. Whose channel are we doing this on next week?
We can do it on mine,
Travis,
or
we
if
doing
you
it on
want.
your channel?
We could.
All right.
Okay,
So-
guys. So the next episode will be on Troxel Sports channel. Make sure you go subscribe to Troxel Sports. Make sure you subscribe to CA3 Sports Talk. Make sure you subscribe to Nomis J. Make sure you subscribe to 313 J-Mo. And make sure you definitely subscribe to Detroit Drew. You probably already subscribed, but just in case you weren't.
Yes, and thank you guys.
Definitely.
Man.
Yeah, it was a real fun show today, guys.
Yeah, it was. I'm sorry I came in late. Again, y'all, I didn't try to take over the last minute, but I have been struck down ill. It's funny, Drew was ill last week. Now I'm ill this week.
I'm sure I'm ill too, but you gotta push. Gotta push through.
They gotta push through. Like I said, again, sorry to the guys and also people watching that I was late. I meant to say something earlier, but thank y'all still for riding with us today. Real fun topic.
I will say this: hit the notification bell on all the channels, so you don't miss another episode or when we go and drop a video or go live.
Any last words, Carl?
I love the show today. Great improvement, guys.
Yes.
we had no energy on some of those past shows, but we improved. And just subscribe to all the DSA, even the football channels like Luke G, the Gridiron Blitz, Noble Sports, everybody.
Everything King, Man Beast Morris.
DVE, all DVE too. Yep.
Yep. Shout out to them.
All right, that's gonna do it. We'll see you peeps in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Mr. Center.